No, we're in the building right now.
We are locked in.
Shout out to everybody in the chat right now.
Right now, dude.
Here we go. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Dímelo, mi gente. We're here at Grail's Wynwood. The MMA Hangout is live, brought to you by Cuervo.
Oh.
That's right, baby. Let's do un brindis aquí
Yes,
para la
sir.
gente.
For the haters.
A little bit of Cuervo in the building. Tradicional, cristalino. That's what we like to do around here. A little. And guess what, Lewis? Not only are we here in the Cuervo corner, by the way, right here in the building.
If you see us looking this way, guys, it's because the computer that's running the stream is right here.
Not only that, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson is right there, welterweight contender. He's going to be joining us on the show hopefully in a little bit. We've got Kenny Florian from the Anik and Florian podcast on DraftKings Network. He'll be joining us shortly.
I have questions for him.
We have questions for everybody.
Fighting. It has to do all with
Ray Longo. Yeah, I figured. But the reason we wanted to go live is because we're going to the fights. So we're going live a little bit earlier than we usually do. We're not going to be going live from the fights. So we're going to be doing a preview of the fights right now.
Correct.
Also watching the prelims. Lewis and I are going to go from 7 to about 8:30ish. Then head over to the fights. You can catch us on social. Doing the rest of content throughout socials. But right now, Lewis, I am so excited because right now,
brother,
over the shoulder right here, over the camera, go turn on the prelims on ESPN Plus right now. Robelis España, the Cuban assassin, the big boy, is about to fight Josh Parisian right now. 6'7", 260 pounds. His UFC debut is happening in mere seconds. Minus 350 favorite. Robelis España has the last 3 fights. Total 19 seconds.
Total 19 seconds. He's
3 fights, 19 seconds.
He's
not each of them.
I love that.
All of them.
Fighting out of Orlando, Florida.
Orlando, Florida, 407, stand up.
Not Miami, not a city in Cuba, but we'll take it.
Orlando, O-Town, stand up. Guys, thank you for watching. We are so locked in right now. UFC 299 is underway.
I called Tony this morning at 11 in the morning, and I'm like, brother, I am locked in. Shout out to our boy. We're going to give him a shout out to our boy, Davis. I always forget his last name.
Davis Clark?
Davis Clark, dude.
Keeps us locked in at the Locked In Factory.
Yes, he is the warden, the owner. Shout out to our boy over there being the Locked In Factory. I woke up this morning, I called Tony, and I was like, brother, I'm doing a double shift today at the Locked In Factory.
I love that.
Brother, we are locked in. We're going to watch our boy.
Robelis is angling right now. They already started the fight.
Wants it. He wants the kick.
Oh, my God. Big right hand to start.
Oh, my God.
He's throwing. Guys, he fell. Okay, hold on.
Oh,
okay, no biggie, no. Oh my God, he's done. Oh my God, it's over. 17 seconds, it's over. 17 seconds, it's over. Oh yeah, Cuba, stand up.
Stand up. I can't stand up.
I don't even know if I'm out of the shot right now. Am I?
Let me see. You're in the shot, brother.
Okay.
I'm in the shot
a 16-second knockout. Robelis España, the big boy.
I gotta text
16 seconds. 16 seconds. The big boy. Oh my God, guys! This is huge. This is huge for the culture. This is huge for the culture right now.
Hey, let me tell you how
big head kick. He falls. He falls from the high head kick.
It's that.
Catches him with 3 punches. Oof. See ya.
That's the one.
Folded him like a cheap suit.
Doesn't want it. Doesn't want it. Look, he said one more.
Hammer fist. They had to push him off.
They had to push him off. He said no more, please.
Guys, wow! What an electric opening start for Robelis España.
Texting Taylor and Chris Cody right now.
No, the team is so up right now. We are about to have an absolutely lit 299. Cynthia, Rose, John Reed, everybody who's helping us on the production side is amazed. They didn't realize how quickly this finished. They turned over, they looked at us, then they turned back, the fight was over. De España, lo despingó. Lo despingó, a big boy. Oh my gosh, guys, this is huge. This is so huge. Shout out to our production staff who made this happen, by the way. Cynthia working hard at all angles with Cuervo, with Grails. They made it happen. We love you guys. Thank you so much for doing what you do. Big shout out to that
squad. Sorry, I'm back being locked in. I had to.
Robelis got the Cuban flag draped, dude.
Where in Cuba is he from?
Cuban flag draped on Robelis.
Santiago de Cuba.
Santiago, stand up.
It's a big city in our homeland, our motherland.
Bruce Buffer is bringing him to the middle of the octagon.
He doesn't know.
Guys, he is so big. He is such a massive human.
I can't even call him frosted tips. It's just
he's got the Cisco going. He's got the platinum blonde.
Let me see that. The wrong song. Shout out to Yeti Blanc.
Guys, this Tradicional Cristalino is crazy good right now. Go pick up some Cuervo for the fight, by the way, please.
Sorry, guys.
By the way, I've been in contact, for those of you in the chat right now. I've been in contact with Roelis's agent, his representation.
You did tell me this.
He said that they weren't doing any interviews pre-fight, that they were locked in camp. But hopefully after the fight, we can do an all-Spanish interview with Robelis de España.
From the studio.
From wherever. We might pull up somewhere in Little Havana. Who knows? It might be at Domino Park.
We'll do. We have the capacity. Second fastest win for a debuting. Wow.
What was it?
The
18
Cuban's
seconds?
coming out of me. Debuting heavyweight in 18 seconds.
Guys, oh my gosh, this is huge. This is going to be such a great night. Not only that, I've also got him locked in on a bunch of parlays too.
So does Taylor. Taylor just texted us.
Yeah, let me check in on the Apski real quick, because the boys are flying high.
You are cooking right there.
I am. I got a lot of things happening right now.
There's a lot to be cooked right now. We're talking about 9 live bets for the boy.
Yeah, hold up.
Shout out to the DraftKings family.
Talk so I can log into my...
He wants me to filibuster. Here I am filibustering. Yeah, dude, so we're pretty locked in. It's the 9th time that we say that. I'm trying to get my email up. There's a lot of research on this screen happening. 2-man show, increased to a 5-man show. Again, shout out to John Reed, Cynthia behind the camera, excuse me. Rose is behind the camera. Guys, nothing gets done without Rose or John Reed when their minds are to it.
All right, here we go. Robelis de España had him in a massive parlay. We're working on... It's a $10 parlay to win $555. That's what we do here. Robelis de España, first leg of that parlay. For all of you watching at home, lock in right now on DraftKings. Okay, DraftKings Sportsbook, lock in. We've got Robelis de España, which was a minus 350 favorite. It is what it is. It's already done. You could have locked it in. That was free money. We have Mateusz Gamrot next up on our parlay. After that, we've got Macy Barber, the future, locked in. We've got Piotr Jan and Song Yadon to go the distance. Okay, we're not picking a winner here. We're going to the distance. Song Yadon and
hailing out of China
and Piotr Jan. After that, we've got JDM Jack Della Maddalena by decision. He's fighting Gilbert Burns tonight on the main card.
I have thoughts on that, but go on.
I know JDM, excellent boxer. I think Gil Durinho Burns is going to be fighting his ass off. He hasn't fought in almost a year. Coming off of injuries, looks to be back. This is going to be a really good sparring match. We've got Kevin Holland, main event. In the main card, we got Kevin Holland versus MVP Michael Venom Page. We got Kevin Holland as the winner there.
Our boy Kevin Holland.
Kevin Holland, that's right, the Trailblazer. After that, we've got Benoit Saint-Denis, the Frenchman.
Hey, we saw the four
as
guys
the
in the
winner.
Berets.
That's right.
The 4 guys in the berets talking only French was crazy.
They were locked in on Benny. So we've got Benoit Saint-Denis, minus 220. We've got him at the winner over Dustin Poirier in the co-main event, 5-rounder.
I like it.
For the God of War.
What we have there.
And then we've got Sean O'Malley by decision. And I'm going to tell you why. Chito Vera, monster. Not only has he never been knocked out in the UFC, he's never been knocked down. Think about what I just said.
Yeah,
we just saw 3 knockdowns in the last 30 seconds.
I almost got knocked down by the chair right there.
You almost got knocked down by sitting here.
Michael.
Chito has never been knocked down in the UFC. So, the way I see this fight going, Chito notoriously slow starter, right? We've got notorious fast starter in Sean O'Malley.
Yeah.
The way I see this fight going is, unless Sean exhausts his gas tank in a big title fight, emotions get the best of him, his tank isn't there, and Chito plants him. Unless that happens, I see this fight going to decision, and I see O'Malley coming out as the victor. That's what I feel right now. That's why I'm going O'Malley by decision, because he's a minus 300 favorite. I don't know what it is right now on DraftKings. Minus 270 last time I saw him. But that's a lot of money to put down.
I mean, my notes are, you got a guy who's 4-0-1. His only loss was against Chito Vera. I think he kind of wants to come back and make sure that that's not the only loss that hangs over his head. I find it hard that he's going to allow 2 losses from Chito. But on the other hand, I saw the Chito Vera promo fight video, and it's hard not to root for the guy.
He's a beast.
He's an animal. You have a guy who, again, I know Sean O'Malley's also a father, but someone, his story, coming from Ecuador, coming for
dude, tell the people how, because we walk by the Casella Center to get our credentials and stuff. Tell the people how many people with Ecuador flags, Ecuador jerseys, how many people were there in the front of the Casella Center?
I mean, listen, like I'll say it this way. I saw the face-off against him and Sean O'Malley, and you can see that it's a guy who is just 2 different dispositions, 2 different human beings, but both fighting for the same thing. both fathers. I like to highlight that part, being a father of 3. I know that in his video, he's talking about when he came over from Ecuador fighting just for a paycheck to pay for his daughter's surgery.
Yeah.
Sure enough, we know the legend of Chito Vera. But we do have a little bit of an older fighter. We have a Sean O'Malley who right now is cooking, dude. He's on a
best bantamweight in the world right now. I mean,
he's hell-bent. I don't think that he allows 2 losses on his record. The only 2
the
being
same
to
guy,
him.
right?
But if there's ever a storyline, is that Chito Vera is the only guy to beat Sean O'Malley twice.
Can you imagine?
It's also an electric storyline.
Can you imagine Chito Vera knocking out Sean O'Malley to win the gold, the bantamweight gold, with thousands of Ecuadorians in the crowd?
So
thousands.
Yeah, I forgot that you did throw to that visual that I had. There was a lot of Ecuadorian flags. That Ecuador's in the building. Let's just put it that way in the Casella Center. Obviously, we're in Miami. UFC 299. Thank you again. Presented by Cuervo.
That's right.
Oh, I thought you had a lighter.
No. I thought you were gonna keep going.
No,
you had a thought.
I was
rolling.
We were cooking. But yeah, dude, it's exciting to see it, and we always love, when we have the Hispanic showing up.
Contingency,
We love to support that. But tonight on the card, we do have Sean O'Malley.
Yeah, we do.
Because
we got him on the parlay.
as much as we love to stand up and rep, we are not dummies. And Sean O'Malley is a monster. And again, I don't think he takes 2 losses here from Vera. And I see him I'm on par with that.
Yeah.
But I'm scared about the decision. I think there's a knockout somewhere there. I think someone gets clocked.
It's just, man, the only knockout that feasibly could happen is Chito
Vera
knocking out O'Malley.
That's
because
true.
First off, O'Malley hasn't been knocked out like that, right? Neither has Chito. As we said, he's never been knocked down. So when you look at these 2 fighters, to me, it only makes sense that it goes to this and again, this could be completely wrong.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the night, we could be like, wow, we were so wrong. O'Malley flattened him in 3 minutes, or Chito landed a punch that sent O'Malley's head up into the Uptown with Uptown Dale. Anything can happen. So especially last night, right? We had Anthony Joshua versus Francis Ngannou in Saudi Arabia.
That's right.
And I had not only Anthony by decision, I had not only Anthony getting knocked down and still winning, I had 14 bets on, right? Shout out to DraftKings Sportsbook. And he flattens Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
Flattens him.
Yeah.
Not once, not twice, 3 times until he was knocked out cold on the canvas in front of the prince, in front of entire Saudi Arabia. He was flattened on the floor, just laid out. Yeah. And it was 5 minutes of him sitting there. So I've been completely wrong before, as we already know.
As we
already know. It is what it
is. UFC, someone throws a kick, Leon Edwards in New York, that was insane.
Right. When Leon head kicked Kamaru Usman with a minute and a half left or whatever it was crazy. It was crazy. And we've seen so many Hail Marys land where anything can happen, man. That's what I love about this sport and combat sports in general. Like last night, Francis Ngannou, everybody wants Francis Ngannou to be that guy, right? And Anthony Joshua has had some weird losses, has had some fights where it's been like, he's not that good, like he's not that locked in. And then last night, Anthony Joshua just comes in and steamrolls Francis Ngannou, who was arguably almost beating Tyson Fury in their boxing match.
Shout out to Rose for dropping a mic.
Oh, we got
Quite
2.
literally. I'm switching off.
Oh, we're switching
this
mics?
mic is not too hot, but
Okay.
it's a little better apparently.
Okay, there we go.
Let's go ahead and mute it. It's gone.
Oh, we're good? All right, perfect. So Michel Pireda's fighting right now against Michael O. His last name is very hard to pronounce. And when you see it, you're going to know why I said Michael
Right,
O.
I haven't seen it yet, but we're about to see it. We had Pereira and 2 of his accomplices dance for him right before he came
I
out.
saw that.
Which is an interesting choice, but I love it because it's electric. And
When we talk to Kenny Flora and we talk to Wonder Boy right now, there's a lot of questions that I want to ask him. But the walkout, to me, is so fascinating because when you look at those 30 seconds, 40 seconds, whatever it ends up being, right?
A minute walkout.
A minute walkout, let's say, from the locker room. The nerves that you must feel, the excitement that you must feel, the feeling of like being so dialed in is such a adrenaline-filled feeling for me that so few people get to actually feel what that feels like.
Yeah.
And when you get somebody that actually has done it before, like I need to extract whatever that
Michael O. Yeah,
feeling
it's
is.
gonna stay Michael O there. And for sure you're saying it wrong. From Poland, like it's over.
It's a tough last name.
We're cooked here. Back to your point. Like I was gonna use a bathroom there, and I was, ripping a piss, and I was even getting nervous about this. So I was like, bro, who the hell wants to fight? Who wants to fight, bro?
They do.
They do. I remember Triple G's kind of talking about how he hated fighting. He goes, bro, every time I would walk out, I absolutely detested. And I don't think he used the word scared, but he was like, yeah, you're nervous.
I think but I think scared is an okay word, right? Because there's nerves, but you can also be scared walking into that ring. But the moment that the cage closes behind you, you have to flip that switch. And I think that's what separates the guys who do this recreationally and then for money. When you do this for money, you're a trained killer, right? That's what you are.
Yeah.
When
your
you
body
this,
is a weapon.
Your hands are a weapon. Your
And
legs
no
are a
Wonderland.
weapon. Hey, yo.
Pause.
That was crazy. But when you have trained killers going in, it must be a different mindset where they just log in. They're like, you know what? Like, this is what I do. It's
Another
like
day at the
it's like for
office.
us, like going into work and creating a show, doing a live show like this. It's like, all right, this is it. And there are nerves, right? Like you feel nerves when you start
I'm nervous
up.
right now. I'm nervous as hell right now.
Why?
No, I'm just.
We've done so many of these. This is second nature now.
No, I'm pretty locked in right here. I'm nervous because I can't see behind the lights. Right? It's really bright
So,
and it's
just
pitch black, but there's mad people staring.
But you know, that's what it is, baby.
Matt-
This is showbiz, baby.
Matt is a little bit of an overstatement there, but we're here live from Grails in Miami, Florida. Shout out to Cuervo. Thank you to Cuervo for sponsoring the event. Of course, we're not that
Big shot, Michel
That's
Pereira's.
another. Oh, that hurt him too. Man, Pereira just kicked him in the ribs, bro, for no reason.
I also have a little prelim parlay that I need to
I like that.
that we need to finish.
Hey, by
out
the
here,
way,
huh?
shout out to they're not a part of what we do here, but one of the sponsors on the UFC, like the top of the, you know, that little, like the fence.
Riz
Riz
Pharma,
Pharma, dude. The Riz doctor, dude. Come take an appointment, dude. I'll see you guys.
Wow, you're giving people.
I'm the Riz of Oz, bro. Come
All
on,
right,
I'll show you some
I like
tips,
that.
bro. Married with 3 kids. You gotta have a little Riz, bro.
I'm
You
trying
gotta
to
have a little
find.
sauce,
I'm trying
you
to
know what I'm
find my my live parlay, my prelim parlay.
So again, like I said, guys, I wish my computer was in front of me.
Oh,
so my,
Michel Pereira's.
Oh, he just
got him in a rear knee.
He got him. He's
It's
in.
low.
He's
It's
real
low. Let's see.
He's turning. Yeah, bro. There's
He's
no.
sleep. Yeah, he's sleep. He's sleep. All right, Michel Pereira. That was quick. We've got 2 knockouts. We've got 2 fights.
We love quick.
2 fights, 2 knockouts.
They just keep it moving, right? If it's quick, they just keep it moving, or they like, they stagger.
They gotta have to stagger a little bit.
There's a little bit of song and dance.
There's a little, because you can't have the main card. You have 7 straight knockouts, and the main card starts at 8 o'clock.
Sean O'Malley at 9:52 and
Yeah,
would
right,
be electric,
exactly.
dude. I would love that. Be home, and I just bought new pillows, new king size pillows with memory foam in it. Bro, I've been using the same pillow since before I got married. I got new pillows. I think that's why I'm electric today, dude. I slept.
You slept? You actually slept?
I just slept different. Here's that leg kick from Pereira. Oh, right in the liver, and you know how we love those liver shots. Speaking of liver shots, brindas, little brindis. Every time we say a liver shot, no cheese.
Oof, yeah. Let's see. He dropped him. Hit him with a rib kick. Got him with a nice knee.
No, yeah. This guy was shook. This guy was like, "Let me get out of here."
Another body.
He's like, "Let me get out of here."
He had him low on the rear naked too. It was
And standing
game
up.
time.
He was standing up. He's like there. He's just coming down on him.
Michel Pereira.
Quick little dub.
Wow. Okay. Well, we're like 4 fights in. We are flying right now.
Shout out to Thomas Darrow, TD, the Big Show. Thank you, love. Thank you for the love. Is what I meant to say.
Thank you, love.
Thank you, love. Hey, maybe we are intimate that way. Who knows? Bro, my bad for loving my friends, bro. What's happening, bro? My bad that I support my dogs, bro.
This has been such a quick couple of fights.
Let's keep it. Bro. If these fights end kind of quickly, maybe we got a little grub in here. What's happening? Whoa, who said that? I didn't say that. You said that? Is that Brusco saying that from behind the?
For me, I'm only focused on Cuervo right here. That's what I'm focused on, baby.
Bro, I have been for 18 minutes trying to open up the ad read for Cuervo so that we can say it perfectly for our sponsors. By the way.
Okay, talk to me.
I know we talk about all of our sponsors. Hey, but tonight, another night, also sponsored by the haters. We recognize that the haters are in shambles, and we don't apologize because we're cooking.
We are Pull up the chat real quick. Let's see what the chat's talking about.
Buzzing over here. Let me do my job first and get this ad read locked in.
Okay, let me have it so I can read it.
Sorry, brother. There's a lot of plugs plugged into that. Just give me like 30 seconds.
Okay, no biggie. So let's preview some of the main card. Michel Pereira is talking to Joe Rogan right now after a very quick first round.
Very swift.
First round submission. Petr Yan. I want to start there because obviously he's the first. Him and Song Yadong are the first first fight of the main card. And if you would have said that a couple of years ago, Petr Yan altered the entire UFC and almost brought us into a parallel universe because of the illegal knee that he had on Aljamain Sterling, which he was down. Aljo was already losing the fight, right? It was a Petr Yan, title holder, Aljo, #1 contender, fighting, right, for the vacant belt. Excuse me.
Correct.
And then you look at Aljo waiting, losing the fight, and then getting to a position where he's on the ground. Petr Yan's hitting him with uppercuts, and then
that knee came in.
Knees him on the ground. And for those of you that don't know, you cannot knee somebody on the ground. That is illegal. That is a DQ. So Yan lost. Lucy in the building, by the way. Shout out to Lucy. Lucy in the building.
MF in the building.
Oh my God, no way. Mike Fuentes in the building. The whole team.
The whole crew just showed up.
The whole crew is here.
Mike
This
Fuentes
is crazy.
gonna make an appearance. We're gonna get Lucy on in a second because why not? She's here and it's electric.
Yeah, we got
Flooring in the building.
I can't believe
Kenny Florian
we
is
got
right
Kenny
here.
Florian in the building, dude. You got to move out of the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of the way.
You got to get out of the way. We got to give
DraftKings legend, Kenny Florian. Kenny, how you doing? Lewis from the MMA Hangout. Please, no, you're sitting in the middle with us.
You're sitting in the middle, buddy.
I got you.
You're too big time. What's up, Antony? You're too big time to be sitting up in the corner by yourself, bro.
Here you go, brother.
Hosting. I don't even know if you can hear me yet. There we go. Oh, I got you. Yeah, flip it out. There we go.
My boy's cooking. I'm gonna unmute the mic.
There we go.
All right, there we go.
Kenny Florian in the building, sir. We watch Anik and Florian from our studios.
Oh, wow.
Every morning
when you guys are on.
Dude, get out of here.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah,
We
that's
are
great to
super
hear.
appreciative to have you on. Check out Anik and Florian, the podcast, which is now also on video on the DraftKings Network.
Yes, sir.
alongside with our show, MMA Hangout, and Dan Lebatard's show.
Come on.
Shout out to DraftKings.
We've talked to John a couple of times now.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's terrible.
John is one of the nicest dudes. I don't think people understand. Like, they see him like professionally. You see him who John really is. Can you describe John for the people that only know him professionally and see the great voice, one of the GOAT broadcasters in UFC history, in my opinion? Like, can you explain to the people who John is?
Yeah, it's so interesting because I've known him since the beginning, right? I've seen him. We both got in at the same time, and he was always working harder than anyone in the room.
Yeah.
And so there was he was definitely one of the nicest guys I had met, but there was an intensity about him. Like he's trying to prove like something, everything, right? And I think as an athlete, as a broadcaster, if you're trying to be the best, I don't want it to sound weird, but you almost kind of need that little chip on your shoulder a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That, like whatever, if it's a
Trust me,
competitive
we would
edge
know.
Or,
we would know. Trust
whether
me.
it's a competitive edge or something of just like, F you, like you need a little bit of that. I think if you're trying.
What was that for you?
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah, exactly. Maybe fighting for some reason. No, but yeah, I think that we find certain things and certain things find us for a reason, and I do think that fighting was one of those things where when I was doing jiu-jitsu, when I was doing started to get into mixed martial arts stuff, there's a truth to it, right? You're gonna find out who you are, what you're about, and it was one of the best ways to look in the mirror and improve yourself as a man and do something that a lot of people probably didn't think you were going to be able to do.
Yeah, and when did you start fighting? Like, was it something that you were kind of always into, right? Like, growing up, did you get into a lot of fights and said, you know what, I'm actually pretty good at this, let me try to make a career out of it?
Or did you, like a psychopath, say, I like to fight. I like the fighting part of it.
I came from, it was like kind of the perfect storm kind of. So I come from, Latino parents, and then I also like grew up in Boston, way outside of Boston really. But you know, there's just a lot of like intensity that went on all the time.
Very heavy mix, Bostonian and
and Latino, yeah. That.
Yeah, so it was one of those things that I think there was always something going on. I was one of 6. I had 4 brothers, so we were always
instantly fighting right there.
all the time, arguing over something. And then our dad wanted us to learn martial arts, learn how to defend ourselves. So there was like all of that, and of course, watching the first UFC was like that thing of, wow, if that little skinny dude can do it, maybe I could do it. Or you know, fighting was something that I was always kind of scared of. I certainly was in a lot of fights growing up and stuff with my brothers and other people, but
countless other people.
But like fighting another professional fighter was something I was like, all right, this is different.
Yeah.
How would I do in this setting?
Yeah.
And that's kind of what always motivated and like pushed me to try to get better.
Right? Like, you fought in 4 different weight classes, which is
Absolute idiot.
which has never happened before, by the way. You're the
also
only person to ever do it.
Listen,
The only person also dumbest to do it.
Can you go with the people and tell them what you've actually fought in? Because you fought lightweight majority.
Yeah, so pretty crazy story. And a lot of people kind of forget this, but back in the day, during Ultimate Fighter Season 1, they didn't have a lightweight division back then. The lightest division in the UFC was the welterweight division.
Yeah.
No women's divisions. That was like, no. Right, so there are only a few weight classes to compete in. When I was going to do the Ultimate Fighter, they're like, hey, we'd love to have you. You got an interesting skill set, but you don't have a lot of experience, and we're going to have the show at 185 pounds. Like,
Which is middleweight.
Yeah, like, would you want to fight at middleweight? And my dumbass, I'd always done jiu-jitsu in open weight classes and always went against big guys, and I won the majority of them, you know? So I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
And what were you at that time? What were you walking around in?
I was probably a chubby 182.
Okay, so like right there. You had to actually put
Nice,
weight on.
Yeah, literally. I remember Mike Swick and I were putting like Oreo cookies in our protein shakes
Oh my
to
God.
gain weight. It was stupid, you know, like we had no idea. But like we would do whatever it takes to gain weight. I think I ate like breakfast and lunch in the finale before I weighed in.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I was gonna say some crazy shit about where I put the Oreos, but let's not go there.
Whoa, it's a family show. What's happening here?
What's happening? So I bring the fun. He's a fun guy, but I bring the stupidity to the show.
All right.
So I have a question for you. I asked John Anik, and I kind of ask him every fucking time that he's on the show. I look at him in the eyes and I go, do you owe Ray Longo money? Are you good? Do you need help? Blink twice so we can talk to our partners over at DraftKings. But Ray Longo, talk to me about him, because I feel like Ray Longo is the world's bookie.
Oh my gosh.
But I feel scared because I feel like
say the stories you can say. I think is the most important part.
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
Right,
guys.
exactly.
So
Or he
there's
would.
that- Yeah, or he-
scary because that's what
Yeah.
the Anik told us to. I want to say Janik.
Oh gosh. Yeah. So it's funny, man. Their relationship is hilarious. First of all, you know, John doesn't like New Yorkers because, of course, he's from Boston. So he likes to kind of jab at people from that area of the country, and Ray's one of them. But you know.
He is Long Island.
He is. John was so smart because before we had our first podcast, you know, he's like, listen, we need to have someone we can bring on every week. That's a character. And for me, it's got to be Ray Longo. Like, I love talking to that guy. That guy's nuts.
And you were like, what?
And I was like, really? I was like, yeah, I know Ray. I've always to say hello. You know, but I was like, I kind of like it. Like, yes, let's do it. And I wasn't sure how we'd be on radio. But and he would just let it rip on our podcast. And it just got better and better and better. And Ray's just, he's an awesome dude. Ray is as real as it gets. You're going to get exactly what his thoughts are. And I think that's what makes the show. And that's why people love him on our podcast.
So what I'm hearing is one of you guys owed him like $250K. So it's fine. No big deal. No
So
big
for
deal.
those of you that don't know Ray Longo, if you're the first time you're checking in with us, he is in the corner for Marab. He's in the corner for Aljo.
And originally for Matt Serra.
Right?
But yeah, so like a lot of guys, like basically he's like the godfather of MMA in New York, you know, essentially. And he's been around since the very beginning. And he's Chris Weidman, you know, all these guys. He's produced so
How did
many
Chris come back?
champions.
How did Chris come back from that?
About the last
The leg,
one.
the leg was insane.
Dude, just the fact that he was able to battle back from the break itself
Was brutal.
and then the surgery before that, because it got infected and all. Like, it takes an incredible amount of mental fortitude, and Chris is one of the toughest dudes out there, man. And then to see him get kicked to the leg again on the comeback, and him still hanging out there, and won that second round and made it a really close fight.
He's a dog.
He's a dog, man.
And that's such a unfortunately a very common injury. And if you don't know what we're talking about, Go get on a separate page on YouTube. Look up Chris
Command T.
Weidman injury. It's not, you don't want to see it twice. Just see it once so you know what we're talking about. But he tried to check a kick, and then his leg snapped.
Are you? I'm the type that like I'll feel the injury, and then it kind of like radiates in my private parts in the weirdest way. That I'm like, why do I feel that? Like I feel it.
Is
I
it a
feel
good tingle or a bad
Nah,
tingle?
No,
Yeah.
that seems like a bad
It's
tingle.
a bad, not a
Yeah.
great tingle.
No, see, I'm the same way. I can't look at stuff like that. I can look at like cuts and
Blood, right?
and all that stuff. I have no problem, whatever. But when I see a compound fracture
Yeah,
like
that's
that, like
dislocation.
Connors,
Oh.
Anderson Silva's, Corey Hill's, and it has happened quite a lot. But those compound fracture where you see the bone just dangling.
That's,
Dude, Chris took a step back
Oh,
on the
oh
bone.
my gosh.
He
Oh
took
my
a
gosh.
step back, and the bone hit the canvas, dude. And I was like, oh my God, this is insane. I can't believe
Dude,
it.
I pinched my skin with a drawer this morning. And I was like, I'm out. Don't talk to me, babe. To my wife.
How about this? This is something I don't think enough people talk about. Maybe they do, but so all those guys who broke their leg, you never really saw them again. They were kind of carted out on a stretcher,
Yeah.
of course, trying to isolate the leg. And Conor McGregor was the only one to sit up and give an interview.
Joe was
while
laying
his
down next
leg
to him.
Yeah.
Was in a compound fracture. Like, how tough of a human being?
Put that into perspective, Kenny.
Like,
Yeah.
for people who don't understand, like, your leg is broken, properly broken. It's dangling. Like, the skin is the only thing that's holding
it
your
up.
leg
That is
together.
terrible.
Maybe
It's
some muscle
probably
fibers.
got cut by the stabbing
Of the bone.
of
Yeah,
the bone,
correct.
right? So, and then there's the shock of it, like you're like, oh my God, my leg's over there. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be over here.
Yeah.
And then there's some people who would probably just pass out. Connor's like, no, let me sit up and let me
talk
insult
some
my
shit to this
opponent
guy.
real quick.
This guy's soft.
It's crazy. And Joe's sitting there like, yeah, give me more. Give me more. Keep
insane,
going.
dude.
Kind of selfish from Joe. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, he's got to get the interview, man. That's what he's there for.
I know.
I don't know if DC would have done it.
Connor might have called him over, dude. He's like, Joe, I want to talk to
Come on, bring him over here.
Yeah.
When do you think we'll see Conor again? Because I know the Chandler fight is looming. We know we're trying to get
We
what
met
weight.
Chandler's parents. Very nice people.
Yeah.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
Okay, I like that.
I'm cautiously optimistic because I don't see Conor doing all of this for nothing. Because, talk about coming back, he's doing a lot of similar things and he doesn't need the money.
Right.
What is he doing? I don't know. So, or maybe he's just a promotional genius and he's promoting his new career as an actor and I don't know. I'm not sure. But either way, I think Conor has achieved so many great things in the sport. No one has ever achieved what he's done.
Yeah.
If he wanted to retire, awesome. So I think he would have announced his retirement.
Yeah,
I think.
I
So
think so.
All right, no, you're good.
I do think he's considering it. He's seriously considered coming back. I think he still feels he has something to prove.
Is he still the biggest draw in the sport?
I think he is.
Crazy, right? Because he hasn't fought in
think he is.
how many years?
Yeah.
So
and-
I'm looking over at Wonder Boy. I'm like, hey, maybe we could get like Wonder Boy in here with the crew here. But
Yeah.
just to kind of like change the subject real quick, you did mention earlier your parents are Hispanic.
Yeah.
Where from?
Peru.
Oh, okay. So both in Peruvian.
Both from Peru. Yeah.
All right, because I had a little realization that the three of us are Cuban linked right now.
Come on,
at
and I got the double
Cuban
going.
linked.
love
I got the double going. Come
Yeah,
on.
the double. So
We're both Cuban. Robelis España. Did you see that knockout?
Yeah, dude.
17 seconds.
He's a problem, man. Unbelievable.
Like when you see somebody like that
Huge.
who is just like physically gifted, where you walk in at 6'7", 260 pounds to a heavyweight division that's kind of open, right? Because John's getting up there. Aspinall's great, but out of that, like there's really nobody else in there that can really contend for a title. You see this guy walk in
Right.
and do what he's done in the last 5 fights. Crazy.
last 4 fights under 40 seconds combined. So
Bro,
it's-
and he's 6'8",
Yeah.
6'7",
Yeah.
like all of that, and to have that level of athleticism, it's insane. There's a guy in the PFL called Renan Fajeda who's a very similar build, 6'9", Brazilian guy, and like the things that they can do even at that height and weight, it's unbelievable. So these are the new athletes that are coming into the sport and that are eventually going to take over. And I think people forget, not to blow you guys up here, but people forget that little island in Cuba has produced so many Olympic champions. They did it for a reason.
Yeah, right.
Across a lot of sports.
It's just a lot of sports. It's like United States, Russia, China, and then Cuba. Like right after, you're like, how are they
Boxing,
producing-
wrestling,
Yeah,
taekwondo,
the
karate,
combat
judo.
sports.
it's insane. And like,
so anyways, these are the athletes that are coming. It's like
it's crazy.
unbelievable. It's just going to get better and better.
Cuba does produce a lot of like fighters. I had you'd be surprised by this, Tony, but I did judo for 6 years. And all my
Show me
coaches
some
were
moves,
Cuban.
dude. Let me see something.
Dude, what do you mean show you moves where? Against who? You know what I mean?
Against Kenny. Okay, yeah.
Kenny gonna whoop my ass. I was about to tell you too. I was like, dude, I weigh 155 pounds.
Yeah.
We were interviewing Volk, and I'm like, Volk would like dismember me, and I weigh what he weighs. So like, you see it on the screen, and like everyone scales a certain way that you can't really see their size.
Right.
Both ways. The big guys, you don't know how you can't notice how big they are.
Yes.
But some of the smaller guys in these lighter divisions, they look huge, and you see them. They're little people, but they would destroy you.
Sean O'Malley in the main event is a bantamweight, and he's 5'11".
Yeah.
He's almost 6 feet tall. And you're like, not that he's like big dude, but like he's tall.
Lanky,
you're like,
dude.
Lanky.
Yeah, dude.
If you're 135 pounds, you're probably sitting at around average of 5'6".
5'7", 5'6", 5'7", yeah.
And now you got to get to a dude who's 5'11", who also knows how to use it.
Right.
And that's tough.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that main event for a second? Because it's really intriguing from a couple different perspectives, right? Obviously, O'Malley's only loss is Cheeto. Cheeto coming off of a not great performance against Corey a couple of months ago. And you're looking at, are we going to get the Cheeto that we've seen recently? Are we going to get the slow starter Cheeto, which is kind of naturally his chess move, right? It's let me see where we're at, let me measure, let me play chess, and then attack after that. What are we going to see in this main event?
Yeah, well, you hit on a lot of the most important parts of the fight, I feel. And I think what's always going to hurt Cheeto, unfortunately, is footwork. And if you don't have the footwork to get on the inside against someone like a Sean O'Malley, who possesses a lot of excellent, sharp, long-range weapons, how do you get on the inside of that? So, he's always suffered. And I think that's where he suffered in the fight against Sandhagen. And you have another guy, 5'11", moves extremely well.
Right?
Awkward. Couldn't get to him. Cheeto had a good finish to the fight, but it takes him a little while to both wear down his opponent. He needs that. So it's great that it's 5 rounds. And he also needs to get on it with his timing, and that can take him a long time because of his kind of lack of footwork. He's a very dangerous guy. The other thing that concerns me, although he won that last fight, O'Malley was kind of like taking care of business there, and that was a long time ago. Both fighters are different fighters, I think, since then, but I kind of see it playing itself out without the kick happening, I think. So I don't.
When you look at O'Malley and what he's able to do against Aljo, where Aljo kind of punched, he slipped, and then the length of just catching him clean, and then Aljo was done. It's almost like what we've never seen. Not only Cheeto never get knocked out, he's never been knocked down. And it's like, in the ring, you've been there, you fought the baddest of the baddest. To never get knocked down, like, put that into perspective for people.
It's extremely impressive. Very few people possess the defensive awareness or the durability. You're getting hit by another professional adult male who's trying to hurt you hard, and if you cannot, get knocked down from one of those shots, let alone thousands of shots, you're something.
What other fight in the main card are you like pinpointing, being like, this is the one? Is it the co-main? Co-main is just a fucking war.
Gosh, dude. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's so many. I actually,
this is a great card top to bottom, dude.
If I'm being honest, I like this card better than UFC 300.
I 100% agree with you. I think the
really
smart MMA people are saying that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Smart MMA people are saying it, okay? And we have it on the record now.
There we go. It's been confirmed. Thank you for that. Let's talk about that one, because that one's really intriguing to me. Dustin Poirier is an absolute dog. And I think the best sign that I heard out of that camp, or that build up to this fight, was the fact that he wanted 5 rounds because he felt that the better fighter should be able to win over the course of 5 rounds. To me, it shows, or it gets me to believe that he thinks he's the more technical fighter, right? Obviously.
Yeah, he can last longer.
But that he can last longer, and that he feel if he's going to fight someone like Benoit Saint-Denis, who has a lot of hype behind him, I think it serves him well to fight him now.
Yeah.
Before later. It's
Correct,
like he's
correct.
got all the experience.
Yeah, correct.
He believes he's the more technical fighter. He's been through the wars. Benoit has been through a war. A war, right?
Well,
like
we were
that
noticing
first one
that,
at 170.
Yeah, we were just noticing. We were noting that before the show that we were like, he's 13-1, but
now-
are there any major names on his wins?
Right, exactly, and that's the other thing, right? That's the big. That's really the intelligent conversation, I think, in a lot of ways. Doesn't mean he's not good.
Correct.
It just means that he hasn't proven himself
Correct.
against the same elite competition that Dustin Poirier.
Correct.
has, right.
And the other thing too is this is a big fight for Dustin, taking somebody who's
Oh my
that
gosh.
far in the rankings, because obviously Dustin's in line to fight for the belt at some point, right? You've only got a couple of names in front of him that would fight for that belt. Obviously, Islam is a beast. We saw what he did to Volk with that leg kick. Like, Islam's not going anywhere. But for Dustin to take maybe a fight or two where he can get to that level and fight for a belt, and then fighting a guy like that who nobody wants to fight in the top 5, it takes a lot of nuts to do that.
I couldn't agree more. I think it shows who Dustin Poirier is, and at this stage of the career, what he wants to prove to himself and everybody. Of like, you know, F you. You're the dude who everyone's kind of afraid of.
Perfect, let's go.
Let's do this. Let's actually make it 5 rounds. How's that? Would you like that? You know, so to me, it shows that, and honestly, at the weigh-in, that's the best I've seen Dustin Poirier look in many years.
Yeah.
He looked unbelievable. Not to say that means but to me, it just seems like he's dialed in, and I also think he wants to right that wrong of him getting knocked out by Gaethje in that last fight. I think he feels that, like, maybe he didn't bring everything, and maybe he wants to bring a little more to prove himself. Because here's another thing: Dustin Poirier does not need any more money, guys.
Right. He's
doing
good.
just fine.
Yeah, correct.
You know, so anyways, so I think it says a lot about Dustin. So that's why I went the route of Dustin. Now, here, if I'm being honest, this is how Benoit wins this fight. He gets Dustin up against the cage, and he double legs him repeatedly over the course of 5 rounds.
Exactly.
That's how he does it. Or Dustin gives his back, because Dustin has a propensity of giving up his back. If Chandler had better submissions, he would have finished that fight.
I was there in the building at MSG when it happened.
And Dustin, Dustin, please, if you're listening to this, just defend your neck a little bit more.
Yeah, please.
He would
Protect your neck.
extend.
Yes, turn into it.
He would turn and extend, and I'm like,
Crazy.
dude,
That's
that's
open
exactly
game.
how he's going to get it. Yeah. So anyways, so that surprised me. So I'm worried about that. Or Benoit has such a great start that he beats up Dustin repeatedly, where it's like now conditioning isn't even a factor. You're just so beat up by Benoit that you get finished now.
Yeah.
Because Dustin is very good when he gets on top. He's not great when he's on bottom.
Yeah. When you have an older fighter like that, and obviously we just saw it with Volk, right? Came back quick from a brutal knockout, and then fights Ilya, who's just on another level right now. We can talk about Ilya later, but an older fighter coming off a knockout. Obviously, there's been more time between Dustin and what Volk fought, but coming off of a knockout like that at this age, are you worried about that at all? Or do you think it was just kind of a fluke thing? Gaethje hit him with a perfect kick, and that was kind of it.
Yeah, that's definitely a concern. I think that Dustin has fought through a lot of wars. There's no question about that. This is going to be, his 30th fight in the UFC.
Crazy.
Yeah. And he's been fighting since he was a little
How many did you have?
I had like 17, like 30.
Double it.
Yeah, and I think actually maybe even 17 total. So not even that. So anyways, I don't remember. But it's something around there. Okay, but Dustin, 30 pro fights.
Crazy.
And listen, I had a different style. I was, I tried to not get hit. Dustin will stand and bang. And how many times has he done that?
Oh, yeah.
So that takes its toll on you. Like even the Francis Ngannou knockout. I'm concerned for him.
That was brutal.
There's certain fights, there's certain strikes that you eat, and you're never the same after them. Like, that's a reality. People think that's like a hyperbole. That is a fact. Like, so, back-to-back knockouts now. First of all, what does that do to the physical part of your body? But what does that do to the mental side of your body as well? Now that you're like, oh no, I'm definitely human.
Right, like it can happen now.
I thought I
catching
wasn't.
up. Yeah.
For a little bit,
Correct.
I thought I was like immune, like I was invincible, because when you're on top. That's the thing you got to be careful with. If there's someone who didn't suffer from that, it's probably Volkanovski.
Yeah.
Or
Habib.
Habib, yeah.
Habib was just like, I'm just going to take you down and wrestle you for 5.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's it.
That's true. But so I don't know, man. This game is so crazy. I hope that's not the case for Volkanovski, but there's no question in my mind if I'm close to him, I'm his manager, I'm his coach, I'm his brother, whatever. I'm telling him, dude, take time off. I know you're competitive. So the very thing that makes us strong, I also think can be the very thing that makes us weak.
Yeah,
Correct.
It's
absolutely.
like our courage can be either our best
Double-edged
friend
sword.
or it can kill us.
Yeah, correct.
That's crazy. Really quick, we'll get you out on this, and then you can plug yourself on the way out. What'd you think? You mentioned it briefly. Anthony Joshua, Francis Ngannou, all of a minute and a half or whatever it was, hit him with 3 shots. Francis was out on the canvas for 5 minutes after that. What did you think about that?
Dude, I was extremely concerned. Again, in my non-professional boxing opinion, I felt like in the first fight against Tyson Fury, he fought Tyson Fury. He used MMA against Tyson Fury. And I think in this fight, he took the approach of, I'm going to box Anthony Joshua.
World-class boxer.
Yeah, and I think oftentimes we forget that is the danger of going to a specialist's game.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. It's like Anthony Joshua coming into the octagon and being
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm going to fight you like I would in MMA. And then
Right.
Fran's like, oh, perfect. Here, let's do this. Boom.
Yeah, LeBron James
Here's
is
a
a great
little pretzel.
basketball player. He's not going to beat the best handball player in the world. It's similar. They both
Right.
got,
He might be a great tight end, though.
Yeah, he might.
mean,
But
But
you
yeah.
know what I mean? It's just like, so we forget that, and that's why Francis Ngannou got paid tens of millions of dollars to
20.
do that fight, right?
Right.
20
Absolutely.
mil.
To be exact.
And he deserves
Not
it.
pocket watching, but to be
Yeah.
exact.
Anthony got 50.
Damn,
Yeah.
damn.
For
And
a great
quick
night
night.
at the office.
yeah, so I hope Francis is going to be okay. I think, Francis is as tough and as courageous as it gets. He will bounce back from this, no question about it. But that's one of those you got to take time off after. Those were 3 extremely hard right hands that one of them would have knocked out most men walking the planet. Francis ate 3 of those in one night in the span of 5 minutes.
It's insane. Kenny, thank you for hanging out, dude. You are the man. We appreciate you. Go
Thank
check
you
out
guys so
Anik
much.
and Florian
It's so great to
podcast, the
meet you guys.
YouTube channel on DKN, the podcast, everything.
It runs every morning on DKN at 8 in the morning because that's where we're watching at the studio.
Kenny, appreciate you, dude. Thank you, man.
Thank you, sir.
Let's get you out of here.
Guys, you heard it from a legend, Kenny Florian, in the building. We appreciate him so much. No, you killed it. We got to have you on again. Kenny Florian, ladies and gentlemen. Kudelaba versus Linz right now is the bout du jour that's happening right now, round 2. About 3:50 left in that one. Presented by Jose Cuervo, of course. The MMA Hangout is here live at Grails in Wynwood. The building is starting to get packed now. Not only here at Grails, but also at the Kaseya Center, where now we are getting into the meat of the prelims here. I think you.
There
we go. All right, there you
It's
go.
one of these. I think this is the better one.
There we go, okay.
Here we go. We were pretty locked in. I didn't hear anything you said, but I'm sure it was something about our
I was just
sponsors.
setting up the stage for everybody.
I've been
That's all I
playing a
was
little
doing.
game.
Okay.
I've been playing a little game on myself.
Okay.
Every time I see a liver shot, take a little sip.
There you go.
Cuervo. Lucy in the building, Juju Gotti in the building as well.
Juju Gotti's in the building. Wait a second.
Juju Gotti's in the building.
Bring
Mike
up-
Fuentes in the building.
It's you know what? Danny B, Stunt Dan is also in the
Stunt
building.
Danny. I can't see, bro.
So
I can't
so I'm gonna paint the picture for everybody. So obviously we're here against this beautiful 7 feet in the Cuervo corner, by the way. This is where we do our stuff. Thank you to Cuervo, by the way, for supporting everything we do here at the MMA Hangout. But on the other side of the situation here,
Of the
of the
situation.
camera, we've got a massive light right here. We've got a massive light right there. So anything behind that, I don't know if you've ever stood in front of a very bright light.
All the other lights, yes, I have stood in front of a bright
You,
light. I'm
you
standing in front
cannot
of one now.
see shit.
And nothing.
So we're looking across the spectrum here. There is nothing but see.
I want Lucy though. I would love if Lucy, if she came around and she came on, yeah, that'd be
Okay,
great. I
all right.
love that. She
I don't
said
want to
yes.
put people in a position of
I
like,
wanna put
hey,
Lucy
I
in a
want to,
position.
I don't want to talk MMA.
wanna
I don't
put-
know anything. Like, I don't want to put people in a bad spot. But
I want to
we
put
don't have
Lucy
to talk.
in a bad spot. I want to put Lucy in a bad spot because she made the time
You
to
want
come
to
out
or
here.
you don't want to?
No, it won't be a bad spot. I got her. Loose.
Here, let's move this over here.
Loose.
Let's move this.
Loose is in the building.
Let's move that right there.
Boom.
so she
There's
can,
your headset.
Oh, and a yawn too. She was bored.
Scoot over to your left a
Scoot
little
over to my
bit.
left,
That's what we're
okay.
getting.
Yeah, for sure.
There she is. And here's your microphone.
Lucy, your first time in the MMA Hangout. How do you feel?
The lights are
Isn't
So
it
bright,
horrible?
right?
Oh my god.
People thought that it was a hyperbole of us saying that the light was bright. It is not.
I don't even know what that word means, and I agree.
Kenny said it. I don't know. There we go. Hold on.
Wow.
it's very dark over there,
I-
and then it's very bright over here. So we're actually kind of already used to lights, Luz.
Yeah, I feel like Jesus is about to like,
Right.
come back. Wow.
That
okay.
would be
Hopefully
that
not
would be-
before the main card, though.
Not before the main card.
Tell him to chill.
I mean, at some point, it'd be great, but
Hang out with us for a little bit. We'll actually have him on the show, but we need to watch the
we
main card
wanted to
first.
show you some love because you came out,
Yes.
and usually when some of the homies and homegirls come out, we like to give. John Reed's telling me to speak louder, and this is everything's dimed out to the max. I'm supposed to be in this shot, but I can't because then I'll be on top of Lucy, and she would hate that more so than she already hates this moment right now. But
No,
Luce,
I'm happy to be here.
Well,
I
we-
just wish I could see anything.
she
Just
can't
close
see
your eyes.
anything. Close your eyes or
Just
look
close
at
your
Tony.
eyes.
I have blue eyes and are very sensitive.
Is that
That's-
hold on.
That's true.
That's
Is that
very-
true?
Yes,
How?
because like think of the pigmentation in the
Sure,
left,
okay,
and-
but how?
Okay, think of like how light works. Our eyes, like my eyes are like pitch black, dude. Like it's absorbing light. There's no refractions of light. In her eye, it's like glass in there. So those lights.
You have
are
glass
like,
eyes?
Yes.
2 glass eyes.
Yeah.
How do you see?
With
How do you
my
drive?
heart,
She
my
doesn't.
license.
She doesn't drive
It's
apparently.
Miami. You don't need a license to
That is
drive here.
very true. We just had almost 3 accidents on the way over here.
We
to,
actually did
so we-
legitimately,
Yeah,
yes.
You guys want to hear something? I saw somebody get hit by a car the other day.
Really?
By a
They
cone?
did not. No,
No, a car.
Oh.
They did not get hurt.
Okay.
So it's okay.
Gonna bounce back.
Was it one of those like on the hood?
It was actually near Grails. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Shout out to Grails.
By the way, you're in the
Florida.
Cuervo corner.
Yes, I love Cuervo. Thank you so much. Woo! Yes.
She is drinking responsibly and with friends behind the camera.
Tequila was my drink of choice in college.
Atta girl.
Great 4 years, let me tell you. So I was walking the other day, and this girl, she's like pulling up to go left, and the light turns red, so she can't like turn left, but she's like deep in the intersection. So me and this group of high school kids were like crossing, and she's pretty much in the pedestrian way. So she backs up and not realizing that the group of kids walked
Is
behind
right there.
her, and I walked in front of the car, and she just backed right into this person.
No.
Like, right into her. She was like, whoa, hey, what's going on? The girl had her windows down while this happened, too. So, like, the high school kid just, like, keeps going, like, oh, my God, you just hit me with your car. She's like, sorry.
What happened to backup cams?
It was crazy.
Don't we still have those?
Not every car has it.
We need to make backup cams like
I think it's standard
thing.
issue now. I
Yeah.
think like every car has backup cams now.
I have a backup cam. I couldn't parallel park without it. I can't parallel park with
there's
it either,
there's so
but-
many.
I
There's
parallel parked a truck today.
not a boy
A big F-150.
in a tight spot too. Yeah, you're right about
with
that.
no
my
with no
God.
rear end camera, and it was nice. It was like
It
nicely.
was good. It
You
was.
gotta take a picture next time.
Well, he saw it, so
Lucy, so you're very on trends when it comes to social. This was the 90s or that was the 90s. What's the trend that's happening with the 90s right now?
I don't actually know that
Really?
one,
because
so
I've let me see if I can
that
find
is
it.
very encouraging.
that
Right?
don't
That
know
I
it.
found
In the
something,
weirdest
you know.
way.
it's
Yeah,
just, you
Is
know.
it just like people sharing 90s stuff?
I think it's people saying enough with the 90s.
I love the 90s.
Me too.
What does that mean? Enough with the '90s? Like it happened.
I'm trying to find it, buddy. I don't know.
What?
Hold on.
No, we're
Give me
gonna.
a
No,
second.
me and Lucy will wait for you. We're gonna wait. For
Oh,
you.
because you.
This is super good content. I'm so happy I came out for
Hold on.
this.
Hold
By the way,
on.
Iowa won today.
Iowa won
So what's the
today.
deal? Talk to us about that.
So, Iowa defeated Michigan today, beat Penn State yesterday. Iowa won both games pretty easily. Garbage time points helped Michigan out, but we would have won that game by 30. We beat Penn State by like 30. And you know what? Huge news. Caitlin, not her best nights.
Wow.
Not
Good.
her best nights, and
That's
we
good.
still won by 30. We still won by 30. If Iowa keeps playing this way,
I have questions about the Iowa team, right?
Yes.
And which is surprising to Tony, but I'm very not, only because of you. I'm knowing about that.
I love them.
What happens to the other? Like, okay, the Iowa team has other players.
Yes.
Talk to me about their perception. Some of those coming out of the draft, or like, I mean, I guess going to be drafted by the WNBA. What happens to their value? Who are the other stars that we just don't know about because they get overshadowed by Caitlin?
So they're not going to be drafted to the WNBA. The WNBA is not like the NBA in the sense where like roster cuts in the WNBA are insane. Like it's very tough to make it to the WNBA. People will get drafted in the first round and get cut before the season
Yeah,
starts
okay,
because
fair.
there's so
Really?
few roster spots. So with Iowa, Caitlin is obviously the #1 consensus overall pick. She's going to be drafted right away. That's the right choice. I don't really.
I feel like
see-
she's gonna be on a team.
Yeah,
Like she's not gonna get cut.
Yeah, she's not going to get cut.
I
She's
see
gonna be
I see
good.
dribbling a basketball in her future.
Yeah.
I think she's going to be all right. However, when it comes to the rest of the Iowa team, they're very good, but they aren't WNBA good.
Gotcha.
They're not half as as good as
I mean,
Caitlin is.
man, like,
Caitlin's generational.
even in men's college basketball, even in basketball, just any level you go to, there's such a small percentage as you go from middle school to high school to college to pro. Such a small percentage of them make it to each level, right up the ladder.
And the WNBA is probably the smallest one out of that. That's why you see so many really good college basketball
Overseas,
players
right.
going overseas. It also has to do with finances, and you can make more money if you play overseas in the off season. But like this Iowa team, as much as I love all of them so much, except for one of them, and you know who you are, you need to play better.
Wow. Okay. Hold on. We're calling people out.
Coming
Okay.
off the bench.
They're all really good. They're all D1 athletes, but none of them are going to make it to the W. But I think the thing that, like, I think the Iowa players are very aware that, like, hey, Caitlin's the star. Caitlin's probably who they're paying to see.
It's like playing with LeBron.
Yes,
like
with LeBron. But
it's LeBron.
Like enjoy.
You move out of the way.
Enjoy this.
Right.
they make her so much better. We always talk about how Caitlin leads the nation in scoring. She leads the nation in assists. Like, Caitlin is
Under talked about, by the way.
Under talked
so
about.
under talked about.
Super
And
under-talked about.
everybody loves to be like, she's taking 40 shots a game. No, she's not. And she passes the ball more than anybody in the country. She makes all her teammates better. So it's like, and you, like, I followed this team since she's got there. I followed them way before she got there. And they love each other, and they care about each other, and the vibes are so high. Like, there's no animosity there because you aren't really competing with star power because it's pretty much just Caitlin, but, like, it works really well where, like, she makes everyone around her a lot better.
And it's like kind of just falling in line, right? The alpha dog is the alpha dog, and you're not going to try and compete against the greatest scorer in history.
And Caitlin is so, like, she seems like a great teammate and a great friend. Like, for her birthday, she got everybody custom Nikes. That was for her birthday.
Yeah.
kinda lit.
She's an angel.
She's an angel.
Lucy, have you ever seen UFC before?
Okay, I have.
Okay, talk to me.
So in college,
That felt like a risky question.
it is a risky
Well,
question.
no, because you throw it up. Not a lot of people. Not
It's
a lot
a
of people
very
watch.
risky question.
It's a very niche situation.
They're trying to motion me behind the camera.
I think
but
it's
you can't see
they
me.
want you to move that way.
Everyone's yelling at me. No one likes what I'm
I
doing.
don't know
It's
what they
fine.
want me to do.
I think we want to move that
Everyone's
over
always
here,
mad at
though.
me.
I'm just
Where do you
doing
wanna
the
move
best
it?
I
That right
can.
there, yeah. Right.
Oh, there's like a little shadow.
There.
Oh, 'cause I'm
yeah.
hiding.
They
behind
want
the
you to
bottle.
move over. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
I
No.
mean, I can't move over.
Anyways,
anymore.
okay.
I'm gonna-
I did watch the UFC in college. I had a crush on a guy who liked the UFC, so I tried to get into it. It didn't work out well.
Okay.
Um,
With the guy or with the UFC?
I would say both.
Wow,
I would
okay.
say both. So I went to, like, him and his friends were having like a UFC watch party, and I baked cupcakes.
Atta girl.
outside.
Love
So
that.
showed up with
Kind
all
of
these
electric.
cupcakes.
Okay,
it
go
was
on.
the first time that I had ever, like, watched the UFC, and I was the only girl there, which I didn't love. So
Uh-huh.
I showed up
Naturally.
with all these cupcakes. It's me and like 7 dudes, and we're all watching the UFC. I am,
And they love the cupcakes.
and they did. The cupcakes were great. The cupcakes
What
were
flavor?
really good.
Was it that night that you realized that you and this guy wouldn't work out?
No, I wish it was. It was much later down
Oh
the
boy,
road.
much later. That's not
Oh,
good.
yeah, tough. But it was vanilla cupcakes and chocolate cupcakes, and I
Nice.
actually alternated the icing on half of them. So half
little
were
variety.
Like, yeah. So I really showed out. I did my part to come and be a part of this boys' night UFC watch party. But I don't really like blood. I'm
Okay.
like really, really bad with blood.
Okay.
Every time that I'm around, blood makes me nauseous. It makes me queasy.
How are you with like broken things, like
I don't
dislocations?
like any of those
Okay, because
things.
Kenny Florian, former UFC fighter, part of a podcast that we have on the DraftKings Network, was saying that he can do blood, right? But he can't do fractures and dislocations and things like that.
I can't do any of it. Every time that I have to get my blood drawn, I pass out. If I
That
see
can't be
people-
true.
Pass
out?
Yes. And let me tell you, if you're a phlebotomist out there, bedside manner makes a really big difference. I had to get my blood drawn recently, and I was like, hey, girl, it's not going to go well. And she's like, you just need to relax. I said, obviously, I'm trying to do that.
You know what?
You're not helping the situation at all.
You know what never relaxes people? Telling them to relax.
She was like, you really need to relax. And I was like, hey, like,
I'm also
really
a big
bad
time
with this.
culprit of that when I tell my wife, relax.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
was-
crazy.
She
That's crazy.
hates that. Sorry, babe.
I was gonna punch the phlebotomist. I was so angry. And then so she's finished like drawing my blood, and I go pale in the face because I can't do blood, I can't do needles. She's like, what's up? And I, what do you think? What's up? I told you about
What's
all
up?
this.
I don't want to see it.
So then she made me sit with my head in between my legs for like 3 minutes, and she was like, do you feel better? And I was like, no, I just want to leave, and I hate you.
I've gotten my blood drawn a lot, and
I don't do it. They did it yesterday to my son, dude, and that lady missed a vein 3 times.
Well,
yeah,
no,
that
no.
sucks.
To a 2-year-old kid, bro.
I've got some good veins, I've been told. So
Okay.
I don't know.
Good
you know.
veinage?
Yeah,
You-
good vein.
You got meaty veins, bro.
Thank you.
The first time I ever got my blood drawn, I had to bring a friend with me because I knew I wasn't gonna go. I knew I wouldn't.
Yeah, and they try to get you with like, hey, we got movie tickets for you. I'm like, I hate movies.
Oh no, that but like the blood bust, the blood bank bus. I'm
The
good.
blood bus.
I'm good.
I
I'm
can do
good.
that. The first time there was a phlebotomist there, and I was like, "Hey, girl, I really don't want to do this." I was like, "I will throw myself down the stairs, and you can just take the blood that comes
out."
Yeah. And she was like, "We can't do that." And I was
The blood from the nose
yeah.
doesn't work as
I
well.
I was like, literally push me down the stairs, punch me in the face, like whatever you have to do other than sticking a needle in my arm. And she was like, "Haha, you're so funny." I said, "I don't."
You're like, no,
I
I'm not joking.
I was joking about all that, and they said that I was the most difficult person they've ever worked with.
Wow.
Wow.
But that I was nice.
I find you very easy to work with.
I find you very
not-
easy to work with.
You bring needles and blood. I am not. They were like, "Girl,
Okay, well
you
then,
are."
I'm gonna
very
put this
difficult.
needle away right now. Actually,
What
thought I
happened?
had a needle here. No,
They
my
were
bad.
very kind. They were very friendly. I apologized to them profusely after. During, I was unpleasant. I was like, "I hate you."
Hate, very
Yeah,
strong.
very
Hate is just
hated her at that moment.
Taking Back Sunday.
Oh, okay. I don't listen to that music.
You like Taking Back Sunday.
I don't know what that is. I don't
You're-
like it.
For sure, you know.
I don't know what that
Taking-
is.
You know Taking Back Sunday.
Do I?
I don't know. See, nobody knows what that
What's
means.
happening?
Nobody knows what that is. I don't like
Taking
that.
Back Sunday. No one knows a band Taking Back Sunday.
I don't
Hate is a
listen to-
strong
I
word,
don't
but
listen to
really
that.
like
I'll
you.
look it up.
I don't listen to that kind
Your
of
wife
music.
loves Taking Back Sunday.
Sure,
'cause
but
she
I don't
likes
listen-
All American Rejects.
I don't
too.
listen to that kind of
American
music.
Rejects is great.
They're in that same category of type of band. Sorry.
Is that true?
Yes, it's true, bro. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Look, the chat's.
Well,
All right.
they have a lot of listens. 2.9 monthly listeners.
Okay. Huh. All right. Anyways,
Huge.
Lucy, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring other guests around, but we're gonna do a prediction.
Oh,
So
good.
you
I'm
know
so
nothing.
well-versed in
You
this.
know
Yeah.
nothing about the main event tonight.
Yeah, but I
Sean
know names.
O'Malley.
I've heard of him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got
with
the
pink hair.
Pink hair. Yeah.
Pink
Yeah.
blue hair.
Yeah, that's not helping, but I have heard the name.
Okay. Sean O'Malley, and then Cheeto Vera.
Ooh,
Not heard the name.
not heard
If we
the
put
name,
up a who that is, you wouldn't have gotten it, but that's okay.
but I like the name.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is this: O'Malley or Vera?
It's first name Cheeto.
Cheeto.
Like the chip.
Like it's CHITO.
Yeah.
Like Cheeto.
Dang. Man, if it were the chip, I probably would have.
You probably would have gone with him.
You know what? Screw it. I believe in you, Cheeto.
Wow.
I do. And
He's a dog right now, plus 260.
I'm putting money on Cheeto right now and win by knockout.
because let me tell you, I love an underdog story, and I've heard of Sean O'Malley, but I've never heard of Cheeto, and that's wrong because Cheeto deserves the praise because I know that he's been
Star
punching,
power, yeah.
and he's been kicking, and he's been fighting.
That's right.
And he's
That
been,
is the best line. I know that my boy's been punching and kicking
has.
a lot
He has
been
been.
punching so much.
and not getting the respect that
And
he
yes,
needs.
I'm guessing he's been in the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he's been practicing.
Great camp. Uh-huh.
He's been working out.
Yep.
He's been working with other dudes,
Yeah. Yes.
fighting.
Sparring.
Give me Cheeto.
Okay.
Yeah,
wow.
man. Give me Cheeto. All right.
Lucy Rodine, everybody, thank you so much, Lucy, for coming out.
For the record, the Lucy Rodine, the only one that we know.
The Lucy Rodine, the one and only.
All right, let me
I
get out of
actually
the
think
way.
there's one other one, but I don't know who she
I
is.
don't think so.
One other.
I've looked her up online.
Okay.
She sucks.
She's very private.
Let's
Good for her. Good
Lucy,
for her.
if you can bring Juju Gotti to the stage,
I'm gonna get out. Yeah, Juju. Bring me Juju.
bring Juju Gotti to the stage. Who's
Bring
in the
forth
building
Juju
right
Gotti.
now.
All right, let me get out of your way.
Lucy, thank you so much. We appreciate you. We love you. You're an incredible coworker. I don't know if she can even hear this, but I know you guys can hear it. We are live right now in the Cuervo corner at Grails in Wynwood, UFC 299 in the city, at the crib, UFC 299
In the backyard.
in the backyard, MMA Hangout presented by Cuervo.
Sorry,
Tradicional,
if I sit over there,
Cristalino.
I'm too far off. Not, you know.
Cristalino in the building.
Yeah, I'm kind of like spinning right now because I'm trying to figure out some technical stuff.
Figure it out. I can filibuster while you.
Filibuster.
Yeah, I can filibuster. We've got hopefully Juju Gotti walking up here in a second once he
Can't see
comes in.
anybody. Shout out, let's just, I know we did it 4 times. We're going to do it a 5th time, maybe a 6th time. Shout out to our guys at Cuervo. Shout out to DraftKings. Thank you for putting this on. I did see a liver shot in one of the replays, so as the game says, Cuervo.
Goes down
Of course,
smooth.
everybody, drink responsibly,
Goes
drink with
down
friends.
super smooth.
It does go really smooth.
Come on, it's Cuervo. What are we doing?
What are we talking
What are we
about?
doing? Come on.
I'm going to slide this guy back in. But yeah, dude, that was cool, man. Lucy coming through. Giving
Kenny
us
Florian
Kenny
doing
Florian
his
was,
thing.
hey, by the way, Kenny
Kenny's
Florian,
excellent.
yeah, he's a super nice guy. You know, obviously he was like, one of the first time I interviewed, like looked at me and he was like, "Yo, what do you got?" And I was like,
and then you said something. He was like, "Great point."
Yeah, and I was
You're like, yeah, dude.
which
of
is, by
course.
the way, the second time someone had a great point.
Who else said he had a
John
good point?
Anik. Remember the first interview that we had?
Yeah.
That he was like, man, you guys ask great questions. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, who would have thought, dude?
How do you like
Who would have
that?
thought the two Cuban guys know how to ask a couple of questions about UFC?
Look, man, my phone is blowing up because of Robeli de
You have
España.
been, you have been blowing up.
My phone is going
ringing
crazy.
over there.
People are texting me about Robeli. It's like if I won.
We did.
But I've been, you know,
We did win.
I've been touting my boy, bro. I knew what the deal was.
We
El
did win.
Cubano, the big boy.
We did win, and I'm trying to see what the next fight is here. We just had the.
Kutevala versus
I didn't want to
Lynn's
say it
fight.
because he's from Moldova. I'm gonna for sure butcher it.
Butcher it. Oh, we've got Pedro Munoz versus Kyle Phillips
Okay, here we go.
coming up soon here in the prelims. We got about 30 minutes left on the stream. This is the preview. Usually we're on for, you know, the main situation.
I actually think we have 2 more fights, and then we're gone, right? Because all the prelim fights.
Main card
Yeah.
starts at 10, so we got
Well, we got time to chill and vibe and
An hour and a half.
Get to the spot.
yeah.
Anyways, I did want to take a moment to thank all the fans, dude. Everyone who comes and who comes. Pause. But everybody
That's crazy.
Who watches the MMA Hangout. I'm gonna give it to Tony in a second here, but just wanted to give you guys a special shout out and a special thank you from me
And
and
usually
Tony.
we talk to the chat way more. The problem is the chat is so far away that I can't see anything. You can't see anything. We're both trying to do a show here, presented by Cuervo, and we can't. We can't see it.
Which
So
is fine, but it's a good big shout out. I saw some of the regular names there. Let me
go through the chat right now. Scan through the
let's
chat a
get
little
some
bit
scans here.
and see. Give us some names, dude. Give me some names.
Tequila and gas.
Come on. Cloud Fleet
Maybe
Creation.
no gas. Now that I realize
The
what
boy.
you're saying.
Cloud Fleet Creation, the boy.
We saw Brusco. Brusco's out here.
Brusco in the
Duck Gang,
chat.
stand
Shout
up.
out to
Shout out to
Brusco.
Duck Gang. Who was Goose Gang? Saying Duck Gang. Oh my God, what a sin!
Come on, man.
I saw a duck. There's a goose emoji you could have used.
Yeah. Stunt
Cynthia-
Dan in the building back here, Danny.
Stunt Dan in the building. Come Stunt Dan. Bang. Ben means come.
Did Juju get lost? Where's Juju?
I don't think Juju wanted to slide through,
Okay, no biggie.
and I think it's because he wanted to get a drink. I don't think it was personal.
Okay, cool. No biggie.
But we got Stunt Dan coming. But I gotta chill, dude. What's happening? It's the Cuervo speaking. Just kidding. Danny, we love you.
I love you guys too.
Danny, how was the stunt when you rolled in place of Dan? How was that stunt? How did you feel?
It's one of my simpler stunts.
Yeah, it was one of your simpler stunts. There was one time where we tried to throw you off the roof.
Off the roof, light me on fire.
Yeah. Jump
You
out
were
of a
at desk?
plane.
I was a table.
Well, no,
Yes.
that one happened though.
That one did happen,
Yeah.
but there were a few ideas floating where I was a table. I was gonna be a chair. They wanted to light me on fire.
Uh-huh.
They wanted me to jump off the Clevelander.
Oh yeah.
I keep telling Danny, I'm like, listen, bro. Consider it a blessing that we need you to be the guy who is Stunt Dan. Oh, look at this guy. This guy's a production
Professional,
master.
yeah,
He's like, all right, let me
professional.
just
Oh, wow,
produce
okay.
I mean,
myself.
I just can't hear you.
Oh.
Yeah, I figured that I was talking loud enough to say it
The
in
only
your
issue is now Dan is skinnier than me.
Huh.
So now I have to get in shape
To match.
to match Dan.
Right.
That's
right,
a quick
yeah.
way to get a nice little promotion saying that, like, oh, my biggest qualm in life is Dan Levitar's skinnier than me now. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Great shirt on Danny, by the way.
Thank you.
The Cafecito 305
Rep
New
the
one.
305.
is gas, dude.
Me and Tony both wear a black button down. It's okay. No big deal. No big deal.
You know, that's
It
what we do.
happens.
That's what we do around here. It is what it is.
Now here's the real question. At the
Oh,
end
look
of the
at-
night,
oh, look at-
who's gonna have more buttons open? You or him?
no, I'll have the same amount of buttons open.
Exactly.
I feel like I've got
At the end
one,
of the night,
two.
who's
I've
gonna
got
have more?
three. I've got 3 buttons right now.
That's the real
I'm a-
question.
I've got 3 buttons right now.
I got 2 buttons, but my
two,
like
three.
I don't have
He's
that
got
top
4.
button.
So right now, Tony, you're winning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
by just sheer amount
It
of
should be
buttons,
it should be-
percentage-wise.
It should be
Yep.
inches between here and like here. Pause. But it should be that long.
It's true, but right now he has 3 left. You have 4.
All right. Well, I can't compete with that.
Exhilarating. Thank you,
because I
Danny.
can't- Danny, we love you.
Love you all. Have a blast.
We will, and we are. Cuervo Corner.
So,
Cynthia's looking at me. Cynthia is the queen of everything that we do. She kind of tells us what to do, what to say, when to say it.
So
but
let's-
one thing that she didn't need to tell us is, for the 19th time, shout out to Cuervo.
yeah,
Love that.
I wanted to get to some of the previewing stuff because obviously we're previewing the main card,
Yeah.
right?
Let's
We're
talk-
not going to
let's
be
dig
live
in.
during the main card as
Let's dig
usual,
in.
so we're going to be previewing a little bit of it. The Piotr Jan versus Song Yadong fight.
Yeah, let's go fight by fight here.
Let's go fight by fight really quick because
Let me get my notes.
we've got
'cause
about 20 some odd minutes left.
Yeah.
before we send it all back to the main studio in preparation for the Oscar party tomorrow, and we'll be.
Oh, we'll be there tomorrow. Oscar, chill, dude.
So
All right.
I think Petr Yan derailed his entire career with that illegal knee to Aljamain Sterling. We put that in the bucket. His last couple of fights
I don't think
haven't been great.
Take it out the bucket because
I mean, no, it is what it is. Like, it happened. There's nothing that we can do.
You had a line in your house when we were coming over here where you said that changed the course of UFC history.
Yes, it absolutely changed the course of UFC history, because I don't believe if that illegal knee happens, Aljamain Sterling becomes champion, defends his belt against Petr Yan, looks great at doing it, and then eventually leads to Sean O'Malley being in this position tonight,
correct,
where he's defending his belt against Petr Yan, against Aljamain Sterling, where he won the belt event, in Boston.
Shout out to Ray Longo.
Right, and now, even though he lost that fight.
I know, but shout out to Ray Longo. He tried his best.
We wouldn't have had a scenario where Aljamain Sterling has the belt, Sean O'Malley beats him in Boston, and then defends the belt here in Miami against Petr Yan, or against Chito Vera. So the only reason why Chito got a look was because he's
Sorry, that was a signal from Cynthia. Juju is ready. But we'll take him on in a second. We'll take him on. Yeah, well, you know what? F it.
Bring him on right now.
Bring him on up here,
need
bro.
Juju Gotti.
Come, slide.
Juju Gotti in the building. Bring him over.
He can't come out because that guy was
the guy's in the way.
Let me get him. Yeah, get that tight. Yeah. Yeah, I can
sitting
get
on my lap here, dude. What's going on?
I know, but it's better to have me on your lap than Juju on your lap. Trust me. That way, not as much. There he is, the boy. Yes, sir. You can slide in more, brother. Bam. You locked in. We're a little tight back here, but it's all good, dude. Shout out to Grails here in Miami. Wynwood to be exact.
Juju Gotti in the building.
Yes,
What's
sir,
up?
There's your microphone.
Yeah, Nick, man.
Yes,
the
sir.
boy is.
We got Wonder Boy over here looking lame as hell. Salute to Wonder Boy. What kind of pants he got on? Wonder Boy, come over here, kick somebody.
Wonder Boy's in a full suit.
Yeah, he does kick.
Wonder Boy would kick the hell out. Where's the camera at?
Right here.
Wonder Boy would kick your ass, but he got the weakest pants in the world on. Right
I don't even
here.
see him. What does he got on?
Nah, I don't want to size him up.
I'm just trying to see what's going on.
Ass motherfucker.
Juju Gotti
What up, y'all?
in Miami. Come on, man. Gotta bring out the silk. Gotta bring out the silk with him. Come on.
Bro, congratulations on Jose.
Come on. Cuervo in the building.
Man, make some noise for my dogs, man.
Cuervo in the building.
Thank you,
The
dude.
Cuervo
Thank you.
corner right here. That's what we do around here in the MMA Hangout, brought to you by Cuervo.
It is.
So,
Yes, sir.
Sean O'Malley, Chito Vera, talk to me.
You already know who I'm going with. I love you, Cheeto. Big salute to Cheeto.
Yeah.
Man.
Salute.
I love the tattoo. You got the tarantula on the back of your shit. Salute. But I'm riding with big old Sugar Sean.
Yeah.
Amen.
But, bro, he got the look in his eye, bro. He got the composure. He done got so many wins on his resume that I didn't think he was going to get going in anyway. So, dog, I'm betting on my boy tonight.
And when you get the belt, too, like, that kind of takes you to another level.
Yeah.
Once you get that strap, like,
training,
Uh-huh.
eating, dieting,
Uh-huh.
everything is on point right now.
the money's on point,
Punching, kicking, all important.
right?
You
Like,
feel me? Whip game, proper.
come on. He's always been straight, though.
Yeah.
Sean is always in something crazy. When you look across this card, what's another fight you're looking at being like, damn, is it Dustin?
Salute to Dustin, but I'm always around with Kev. Big
Big Kev, the Trailblazer.
Yeah,
Kev about my favorite fighter. You
Yeah,
feel me? So I'm always
the
around
boy.
with Kev, dog. I hope he knock his ass out, dog. Kevin Holland, salute, brother. We love you. Him and Jamal Hill.
Jamal,
we
Jamal's
looking ahead.
headlining 300.
That's right.
You dig?
Talk to him. That's your
Come on,
boy.
man. Look, stay tuned.
Hey.
It is. Salute, man. I'm looking forward to Kev, though, tonight. For sure.
Against Michael Venom Page. So if you don't know, Michael Venom Page came over from Bellator. MVP.
Yeah.
Crazy kickboxer.
Crazy.
Throwing crazy kicks, all different angles, very awkward style fighter. But Kev's like the uncle in the barbecue that's like
Right.
ready to throw hands.
Unorthodox. He might hit you with one of these.
The top of the head.
The boink.
Bro, remember when Kel was at the bottom? Pause. He was at the bottom getting work. You feel me?
Hey.
And then he told the big brother, he knocked Buddy out from the bottom.
Right.
Bruh, that was the best knockouts in UFC history.
He's
dog.
cold.
And
Yeah, he's
Kel
cold
was
blooded.
he was like considered out of that fight at that moment. Knocked his ass out, bro. I'm always rooting for Kel.
Come on, man. The building is crazy. We passed by today.
Yeah.
We were getting our credentials for the fight.
Yes, sir.
Ecuador was in the building. We must have seen 5,000 Ecuadorians. We got the
Ecuadorians.
jerseys. We got the flags. Cheeto's going to be well represented tonight.
Yes,
It's
sir.
crazy because Cheeto is such a good fighter, and I think a fan favorite too,
Yeah, for real.
where you look at his story, you look at the way that he's grown up in the sport, supporting his family, supporting his country, doing all these things, and then the only loss for O'Malley is Cheeto. And it's like,
Hey,
what? I'm just so excited because the storyline for these fights are crazy.
right.
Is it over for Dustin? Can Cheeto beat O'Malley again to win the title? His first time to win the belt. Like,
Bruh, and then the whole, like, I love all the comedians out of New York comedians, Big J. Okerson, the Rattlesnake Lewis, them, they all ride with, even Shane.
Yeah.
They ride with Cheeto. You
Cheeto's
dig?
Action Bronson, him and Cheeto are
You feel me?
boys.
Bruh, the world ride with Cheeto. So
Yeah.
don't think that. Like, the whole world ride with the dog.
Lucy rides with Cheeto too.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm just riding with Sugar Sean because
You know where the money's at. Yeah. He does show us love. That's true.
Us love, bro, so we ride with it.
That's
man.
true. That's
Speaking
true.
about showing us love, Sean O'Malley's interview somewhere in our YouTube. Search it.
Twice. Yeah, we
Twice.
talked to him twice. We talked to him
Two
once.
times.
Me and Juju did, and then one time preparing for this fight for
Correct.
299.
Correct.
I talked to Sugar, but
Bro, I want to look. Let's take this time out right now. Salute my dog, bro. You too, Louis, bro. You know how much metal art media get into about this UFC shit. Like, you know how damn. You know what I mean? We all have feelings, bro. And for y'all to still rise through the Phoenix and the ashes, brother, I'm so proud of y'all.
Thank you, man.
brother. I'm
Cuervo,
so
Cuervo
proud-
in the building.
I'm
We appreciate
proud
that,
to
bro.
call these brothers
for
friends,
real,
man,
for real.
bro.
Thank you, bro.
Appreciate that,
Hell yeah,
dude.
brother.
We love that, bro.
Absolutely,
I mean,
man.
you were part of this journey too, bro. Like,
Bro, I support. I'm just
yeah.
supporting you.
I'm saying, but
Yeah, yeah.
early on, you were part of the journey. You were like part of the OG crew
Yeah.
that really took this to what it is today. You know what I mean? That's why you're always welcome. This is family right here.
You feel me? When y'all win, we all win.
Exactly
You dig?
right,
So
exactly
that's
right.
how we gotta move, baby. I'm so proud of y'all, boy.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Come on.
Silkies
Oh no.
It's that Cuervo money. You know how we do. Come on.
Hey, I just saw a liver shot. Liver shot means I gotta take a little sip of the Cuervo, sponsored by the haters.
Cuervo in the
It's
building,
sponsored by
baby.
Cuervo.
Cuervo, we love that.
Salute to Jose.
Oh, that's delicious.
That's him. That's him right there.
Yeah.
That's him.
That's.
Did you see on social media my boy come out in the Hulk green paint for the weigh-ins? Did you see that?
Yeah, man. Salute
He
to
just
you,
lost,
brother.
by the way.
Don't do that shit ever
He
again.
just lost.
Now your ass gotta go home and explain this shit to your girlfriend.
You're like, you went out in what?
Right.
Green paint. Okay.
He caught me slipping. Bro.
And you lost.
I really had a cramp first round, but I was really just persevering. So
I was trying my best.
right.
Trying your best doesn't
really
matter.
cut it
Doesn't
in,
really
right?
count. Doesn't really
Intentions
count.
don't matter in the UFC.
Nah,
at
man.
all, brother. Speaking of that, did y'all talk about Frank Ngannou yesterday?
Well,
Let's
go
talk
ahead.
about it. Let's talk about it. First
Dig in.
off, before we talk about the actual fight,
Yeah.
they said that fight was going to start at 4. I was waiting.
That motherfucker was on CP time.
Yo, that shit was on Saudi Arabia time, whatever that is. Because they didn't walk out till like 7:30.
Bruh.
My ass was sitting there 6 hours watching my little iPad because I was watching that and watching Shogun, by the way. Shogun, very good show on FX.
Right, yes, sir.
Shogun's fire. You seen Shogun?
Hell yeah.
Shogun's tough. Anyways, we'll get to that in a second. But Francis and Anthony Joshua finally walk out.
Yeah.
7:30, 7:45 on the East Coast. And then that happens.
It's like,
Tommy, you love boxing, you watch combat sports. You've seen Ngannou be great. You've seen him fight Tyson Fury and almost beat him.
Right.
And then Anthony Joshua, who's, again, world-class level boxer, incredible Olympic boxer. But we've seen him be goofy. We've seen
Very
Anthony
goofy.
Joshua
Yeah,
be goofy.
yeah.
He got knocked out by Ruiz.
Right.
I can beat him. Matter of fact, let me not do that.
Just in case Reason watching, I don't know.
You heard it here first on MMA Hangout.
Right, we love you, Ruiz. I can't beat your ass. But, boy, that motherfucker look like Fat Joe, a little Fat Joe. And he beat Anthony Joshua.
Clean them.
Right. So, after that, I was like, oh, yeah.
A little Fat Joe's crazy. It's crazy, dude.
But you look at Anthony Joshua, you're like, the money's coming in on Joshua.
Yeah.
Obviously, I was betting decision, right? I had Anthony Joshua by decision. I'm like, there's no way he finishes Ngannou.
Never.
If Tyson couldn't finish Ngannou after what he's done to Deontay Wilder
Right.
and everybody else in his wake, there's no way Anthony Joshua's finishing Ngannou.
Never.
And then that first round, pow, 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 leave my boy flat on the canvas for 5 minutes.
Bruh. Salute. I'm so glad he got up. You did, because I'm always.
There was a second where he was like down, and then they got the doctors in,
Right,
and they're
bruh.
watching him, and then they pan over, and he's still not up.
Bro, these some big ass individuals.
Yeah.
Like, them boys 250 hitting each other as hard as they can in
Yeah.
the head. You did.
Yeah.
He took 3 of them.
3 shots.
Back to back almost, bro.
But well, we were talking to Florian, and I was like, bro, I weigh as much as Volkanovski. I weigh a little bit more than Volkanovski.
Damn,
Volkanovski
you
would grab you by the back of your pants right here, in the front of your shirt right here, and throw you through
I
there.
feel like he would like dig into my spine.
Like
grab
Jazzy
my
Jeff style.
spine.
Like, remember the
Yeah.
Uncle Phil used to grab Jazzy Jeff and throw him out the. I'm sorry.
That's good. That's
Salute
good.
to Vote. Right, Vote. You had a
Our
great
brother,
run.
yeah.
You did, but we still support you.
Hey, but I'll
Vote.
still fight somebody.
Come on, man.
I got my ass whooped, but I'll fight.
When you saw Ngannou take that first shot and it wobbled him and he fell to the canvas, you were like, oh, hold up, wait a second.
I was like, whoa.
That power is different.
Because, like you said, bro, he stood against Fury. So I'm thinking Joshua was not necessarily as equipped as Fury was.
Yeah,
correct.
But he done showed me different. Otherwise, maybe that Ruiz knockout and
Woke him up a little bit?
Right, and the other fights he had done snapped him back in because he also fought another brother.
Right.
Big, goofy looking brother. And so he had
Was that Usyk? Did he fight Usyk?
Yeah. He lost the belt to him, or he got the belt some kind of way. But after those fights, I think those got his mind right because he was living the pretty boy
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm Anthony Joshua. I'm selling up fights, bro.
Yeah, right.
All the fights you dig. What we talking
Olympic-
about, man?
Olympic
What's going
medal,
on,
innit?
man?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that.
Yeah.
And then them boys said, in the hell, hiya from New York City. Oh,
Yeah, well, hold
so
up.
I think he been in the gym more now, and so I'm ready to see his next fight.
I think, too, like, Ngannou is like, you know what? I'm a boxer now.
Right.
What? I'm a boxer now. The hell?
Right.
You saw me stand up 10 toes with Tyson Fury?
Right. This is gonna be a breeze.
Right, and then Joshua hit him with that right hand.
Yeah.
Knocked
3
my
of
boy
those.
in the last year.
Yeah.
My boy said, where's Dana White? Hold up.
Ooh. Hold on. We're missing a nice little doozy here.
Yeah, we got Munoz and,
Munoz.
and Kyler Phillips.
Hey, that boy Munoz could take a punch.
Yeah.
Hey, he's been getting
Hell
slapped.
yeah. Every time Munoz fights.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. So that hit the liver. That hit the liver. Time to sip.
Yep. Little liver, Lipski.
Of course, we always advise that you
Drink
drink
responsibly, that's
responsibly.
right.
Very responsible.
And with friends, dude.
Yeah.
With your boys, dude.
You got to know, especially if you got the Jose. What's
Watching
better
that
than
Cuervo. Got that
Cuervo
Cuervo
out
going.
in the building.
Cuervo's in the building and
Hey,
you're watching UFC.
Cuervo
Come
did
on.
like Prince. He goes, hey, just Cuervo now.
Yeah.
Just
Wow.
Cuervo now. I like it,
Yeah,
dude.
no Jose.
Oh,
No,
Jose.
Jose's not the
Just
it's
Cuervo, baby.
Cuervo
That's how
now.
we do.
Look, I apologize.
No. That's all good.
Nah,
That's family. That's love.
At the door.
That's love. That's love.
This is holy ground, man. Take them shoes off.
What you got going on right here? The phone pause. Hey, a phone pause is back?
I mean, they back, you know what I mean? They never left for
They
real.
never
Come on.
left,
The
I
kids
think.
always got phone pauses on. I see the bag. The phone pauses bag.
Yeah, I mean, they just cost too much, but that's neither here nor there. Still the Metal Art Media.
Hey.
Eventually.
Man, we are so excited, man. Did you see my boy, the Cuban fighter de España?
Yeah, hell
17 seconds.
Right.
Quick work.
Bro, you take off a second every time. 18.
18 odds. 19 seconds, 18 seconds, whatever, baby.
21 at first, but then
Less-
Come on, it kept going. The fish was this big last time I caught it, but it kept getting smaller.
four fights. The last 4 fights under 40 seconds combined.
yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Under 40
My boy
seconds.
6'7", 260.
Hey, I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it, dude. And I think people don't know a lot about this because they're not Cuban, not Hispanic.
Yeah.
But shout out. You're looking at me
I'm
funny because
waiting. I'm waiting to see what you're
Get
gonna say.
ready for this.
I'm locked in.
Shout out. Yeah, both of you. Shout out
We
to
almost
my-
took him out the screen. Look at that.
Hey, shout out to my black Cubans, bro.
Yeah, Afro Cubans, let's go.
Afro Cubans in the
Yes, sir.
building.
La familia, papi.
Always doing
La
work.
cultura.
Got to know, man.
Afro Cubans
Always
making it happen,
doing
baby.
work. We're talking about, and you know, Florian was talking about it. He was like, man, it's crazy in a lot of these combat sports and a lot of sports in general.
Yeah.
Usually your top countries are America,
Yeah.
you got Russia, you got China. He goes, bro, every time we see combat sports, Cuba's like up there.
Boxing,
And it's like,
taekwondo,
'cause we
wrestling.
gotta fight, dude. We gotta fight, bro.
It's just done so differently out there. And I was listening to a pod with Yoel
It's called
Romero.
communism.
It's called communism.
And they say, yo, you're gonna fight because our country's gonna be proud of something.
Yeah,
Carl,
exactly.
Carl, look, I've been down before. When I was young, we used these.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Exactly right. Put it down.
Come on.
See me outside.
Put it down, Craig. So Yoel Romero, they took him from his school, from his regular school, and they're like, you know what? You're gonna be a wrestler now. and they take him to a school that all they do is wrestle. And he wrestled for
That sounds
20
like
years.
Cuba, bro. That
For
sounds like
20
what we
years,
go
my boy
through.
didn't do anything but wrestle, and then took his ass to the Olympics, fought in the Olympics.
Think about this for a second. Think about someone who doesn't like that. Hey, you're fighting now. And what do you mean?
Yeah, like, nah, I'm
No,
good,
no, no, no.
actually. I want to write poetry.
I'm sensitive.
Get your big ass in the ring.
Get your big ass in the ring and get really mad about something.
Right, you get knocked out about 3 or 4 times. They'll get off your back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but our boy hasn't been knocked out
That's
or
true.
lost.
But Yoel was saying in Cuba, when you're the apex wrestler, when you're that dude in the house,
Yeah.
they serve you lobster. You're eating steak. You're eating right
In Cuba?
in Cuba.
Yeah, oh,
Because the government's like, yo,
You know why? Because there's
We'll take
7
care of you.
lobsters in all of Cuba, dude.
that's what I'm saying.
And 3 of them are for the fighters.
For the
That government cheese turned into government steak.
exactly.
Exactly.
That government tomahawk real quick. Hold up.
Exactly. Speaking about tomahawks, no correlation, but hey, shout out to the 5.6 thousand viewers live with us right now.
Come on, what?
Setting a record. Yeah, that's right, bro. You heard that number right. 5.6 thousand live
Hey,
right now.
that's how we do it.
Concurrent.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. We
That's
love you
great.
guys.
Shout out to Cuervo.
Shout out
We're
to
in
Cuervo in the building. Cuervo corner, baby, in the
your
building.
corner, dude. Always drink responsibly. Drink with friends, dude. Don't
Yeah,
get.
guess what?
Talk to me.
I'm in y'all corner.
Come on now.
We've been on that.
Come on
We've
now.
been on that.
Come on now.
Don't
Come
need
on
to
now. Come on now.
reiterate.
Come on
Hey, but
now.
you know what, dude? Normalize loving your dogs, bro.
Yeah.
You hear it?
Normalize
Yeah.
that, because you know, listen, the 3 of us, and I know some of the other people too. We make it an effort to always encourage each other. I called my boy this morning and I was like, yo, I gotta just get aligned with you, with our hearts,
Yeah.
and it did, and we worked out, dude.
Yeah.
And the same thing happened with me and Juju the other day. I know you guys do that all the time. Normalize telling your bros, yo, I love you, dude. We're out here. We support you.
Yeah, we work.
Not
We work.
Not
We
everything's
work together.
about what can I get out of XYZ.
Right.
Like we just trying to see people win, dude. And honestly, we're just humbled and blessed that
Yeah,
Cuervo will come
absolutely.
along in our corner.
Yes, sir.
Pause real quick, but no pause. Continue.
And the production staff really make this happen, bro.
They make
They-
the-
bruh.
shout out to John
John
Reed
Reed.
right there.
John Reed,
John
Rose,
Reed, Rose.
Cynthia.
Arias.
Salute to Cynthia.
Yeah.
Salute to Mike Fuentes just because.
Mike Fuentes
and
shows
Danny
up.
B.
Danny
Bring,
B.
bring Mike
Yo,
Fuentes
man.
out here.
Come,
Bring
Mikey.
Bring
Come
Mike
on,
Fuentes.
Oh, he gives me the
Bring
smile,
Mike Fuentes
dude.
out
Bro,
here.
this is a family, bro.
I don't know if you can get in that way. Can you get in that way?
We love you, bro.
No, you
did
can
a
go- you
great
can go
job.
that way.
Yeah, Mike Fuentes in the building.
MF in the
John,
building,
come on,
MF.
man.
Let's go.
We don't call him,
Bruh.
not MF Doom, MF Joy.
You did.
MF Joy.
Come on,
We got
man.
JR the kid in the
JR
building.
the kid,
Come
man.
on.
Yes, sir, man.
With that
Yes,
country,
yes,
with
sir.
that.
Love y'all, man.
Love you more, brother.
Thank you, Cuervo.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro.
We
We
appreciate
got Rose
you.
behind the camera.
You did. Rose got the fire jacket on.
Yeah,
man. Y'all
always
shit
looking
got
good.
the
The prime
Always looking
executive.
You feel
Prime
me?
executive throwing up the
She's got the "You are my elite employee."
Hey, we love you,
You
Rose.
dig?
You are
50
my elite employee.
You dig it.
Yo,
Yeah,
she's
man,
crazy.
like my dad was saying, man, normalize telling your friends, your
Yeah.
gangster friends, your hard friends, your
Yeah.
okay friends.
Yeah.
Normalize telling them folks you loving them, you care about them, man.
Yeah.
Check on them folks, man. And we've been doing that shit since day one, dog.
Yeah.
And that's why we so tight, dog.
I think I'll say this. One of the first times, I think the first time I met Juju, me, him, and Tony had a heart-to-heart in
my
Tony's
garage.
garage.
My garage, yeah.
Yeah, in his
And his
garage.
garage.
And my girl, the funny story about that, my girl's heated. So in that garage, you don't get any reception. The thing is, we were down there.
remember
We were
that.
down there for an hour and a half.
bro.
We were down there for an hour and a half.
it was like 2 in the morning.
And it was like 2 in the morning. So we get down, and my girl's calling Lewis. She's like, "Where is this guy?" Because I guess where the garage was, we have a canal close to the apartment. So she saw my shit in the canal. So she's calling, bro. I finally get up. I'm like, "What's up, baby?" She's like, "Where have you been?
What's up? She's like, "What's up, baby?"
Where have you
What's up,
been? I've
baby?
been calling you." And I'm like, "Damn, I was in the garage." She's like, "No, you
Fine.
weren't.
I
You were
was
in the
garage
canal."
talking to my friends, just like, okay.
Yeah.
you
She's
were
like,
in the
"Uh-huh,
garage.
sure."
And let me guess, you guys were encouraging each other? Yeah, get out of here. We're like, nah, we were just, looking out for each other, man, because it's hard out here sometimes,
Salute
bro.
to Jenny, my
Hard out here
sister.
for a
We love
pimp.
you, sis.
Yeah, come on,
Yes.
baby. We
Yes.
love you. She's watching right now. Probably one of the, however many.
One of the, it just went up.
100 million.
Yeah.
I think,
One of the
100 million.
400,000
We
billion.
love it. We
It's
love it. We love
100
it.
million.
All right, guys. 4 minutes left on this stream. Grails in Wynwood.
Yeah, dude.
Great place to come watch
Yes,
fights.
sir. Thank
Pretty
you,
lit.
Grails.
Get some Cuervo. We might have to come back here and do it another time.
Right. We
I
might
love
have
Just
to
kick
call
it.
that just because, man.
Yeah.
This is a lovely
Yeah.
establishment, bro. This shit fire.
Juju, quick shout out to you. Wake and Take coming back not coming back,
In a
but
big
doing
way.
his thing, becoming more consistent.
In a big way.
Just you know, next time it's coming up, go watch Wake and Take with the boy.
You dig it?
Hey,
Trying
let's
to see
go.
What are the plugs that we got?
Let's go
Yeah,
really
look,
quick.
Sunday
Talk to me.
Night
Talk to
Live
me.
coming back.
Yeah, Sunday Night Live.
Look, Sunday Night Live started
Yeah.
as a football situation.
Uh-huh.
But, bro, it's a lot to talk about, bro. We got NBA, we got Love is Blind, we got a lot of just buffoonery that be happening.
The
that
streets-
we
the streets
talked
need
about.
it.
So stay tuned, brother. We coming back.
A lot of good stuff. Let's run through the card real quick. Main
let's
card.
I'm gonna
Let's
pull
get
it up for
winners.
Juju and for myself here on the right
Let's
side
get winners.
here.
Main card real quick.
Let's go top to bottom, bottom to top. Excuse me. We got Jan and Yadong.
Yeah, we.
Yadong.
No,
you
wait,
feel me?
wait. Excuse me.
Yadong?
Piotr Jan versus Sonya Don.
Got to know.
Who you got?
I said that right.
Who you got?
I'm taking pewter cheating there, kicking
Okay.
my dog ass,
On
trying
the-
to kneeing him in the head a couple times.
On the ground. That was dirty.
Right, I'm going pewter.
Listen, man. China's been doing some work. I'm gonna give it to China real quick. I'm
Wow,
gonna give it to my boy
Sonya
Song.
Don. Okay. And the parlay, I got this fight going the distance. I think Piotr Jan wins.
Yeah,
I
In
think
decision.
Piotr,
You have decision.
I got the boys going to the distance. So
We
we'll.
got another interesting card fight here. Card fight, not a word.
There we go.
Not a phrase.
There we go.
Gilbert Burns versus Jack Della.
Marilena,
Bam.
JDM.
All right,
Who you
With
got?
the afro, he be looking like, what's his
Bruno
name?
Mars.
Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch tonight. Ooh, I love Gilbert, but I'm
do.
going with Gilbert. I'm going with
Yeah, you gonna go Gil?
Stay with Gil.
Okay.
I feel like Gil, representing Florida.
Yeah, represent Miami.
Brasileiro.
Right.
El Fala Português um pouquinho.
Wow.
Got my boy
Talk
Burns
to him.
tonight. I got
Wow.
my boy.
Am I
don't
the
know
only
when.
one?
I don't know when,
Okay.
but I think Burns is kind of outlasts him.
I think I'm gonna go JDM here. I got him in my parlay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go JDM by decision. Go JDM by decision here.
I've got no
great
units
boxer.
on this, so I'm down to fluctuate and to support the boys. We like to align on our parlays.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Next fight coming up. Listen, bro. Unk
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
MVP.
Yeah.
Got to know I'm going
I'm
with
gonna be
Cam.
respectful to Unk.
Yeah.
I love Unk. We salute the Unk. Not the Unk, but Unk himself. But Michael Page, man, MVP's.
Right.
He's just them hips.
He's
Them hips swing.
The bro.
yeah, the bruv.
And
The bruv.
I feel like Kevin Holland is kind of at his point in his life where he was like, I think I got a post-fight career. I got a post-fighting career coming up.
Charisma.
I'm not saying I want my boys washed because he's absolutely not. He will still mess a lot of people you know up. But I'm gonna take Michael MVP here in this fight.
Wow, you're taking Page.
I'm taking Page in this fight.
Wow,
I
Drew,
think-
I already
I'm
know you're
going
going
Kev.
Kev.
I'm
Yeah,
going Kev.
I'm going Kev too.
Okay,
I'm going
next
Kev
fight.
too.
All right, this is where it gets a little interesting here. We got Poirier and BSD. Damn, I got Saint
Benoit
Denis.
Saint-Denis.
It is.
I
I'm
got
going
scared.
with
That's what it was there. I
I'm
got
going
scared.
with Dustin. I'm going with
You're going with Dustin,
You know,
okay.
Salute about New Orleans homies. Yes, sir.
I saw four guys in a French beret. I'm going with the Frenchman himself.
Wow, Benoit Saint-Denis. I'm gonna go Denis too. I got him.
Right, and
I got
of
him
course
with
the
me.
main card, the
Main
reason
event,
why we're
baby.
here.
Yes, sir.
Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Cheeto Vera. Go ahead, Juju. What do you got?
I'm going Sugar Sean all the way, baby.
I'm going
You dig
Sean
it?
by decision. I'm getting that at a nice plus 120. I think it goes the distance. I think Cheeto and Sean duke it out, but I don't think there's a finish.
Listen, man. I'm a father of three. Cheeto Vera's my guy.
Wow. Okay.
I saw the video of him coming from Ecuador when he first came and fought. Him saying, crying into a camera, I'm doing this for my daughter's surgery. I'm just doing this so I can just pay a surgery,
Crazy.
go back to my life and continue to live. And then he ended up whooping someone's ass.
Crazy. And then 15 years later, here we are.
Still
I've
whooping
seen that
people's
shit
ass.
go around too.
And for the
Yeah,
record,
that's true.
the only person to put Sean O'Malley on notice, I'm taking my boy Cheeto Vera in this
All
fight.
right.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
That's
Munoz and Phillips right now in the prelim card. Phillips has been bleeding. Actually, no, it's Munoz that's bleeding right now the whole time. But a horrible transition into the prelim cards. Guys, thank you so much. Tony, I'll let you wrap us up.
Thank you. Shout out to Juju Gotti. Shout out to Lewis. Shout out to John Reed. Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Danny. Shout out to Lucy. Shout out to Rose. Shout out to Cynthia, who's done so much for us. We love you so much. We appreciate you.
Cynthia's just been like, she's mom.
We're
you know what I
showing
mean?
we're showing her
In the
love.
best way possible.
We're showing her love right now.
Shout
She
out to
can't hear us
Florian.
actually.
Yes,
Shout out
sir.
to Kenny Florian from the Yannick and Florian podcast. The boy, he was awesome. Go back and watch that once we're done here. Me and you are heading over to
We're gonna
the
watch
to the
the
fight.
fight.
We're gonna
Yeah,
go
we're
watch
gonna
the fight right now. The rest of the
sir.
team's gonna just kick it here in Wynwood. We appreciate everybody who is not only showing up here at Grails, but also everybody online. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys so much. We appreciate Cuervo for showing us love. Thank you guys so much. We are doing you proud throughout the.
I hope we're doing you proud.
No,
Listen,
we are. We're doing Cuervo proud. We love you. Get out some tradicional, cristalino,
This was fire, by the way.
reposado.
This was absolute
I want to take this to the crib. Taking it home with
Can I
me.
take that one?
Yeah, you can take that one.
Alright,
Unless
okay.
Juju wants that one. You want that one?
I got my Cuervo.
Oh, he's got the Cuervo on the rocks, baby.
All
On
right,
the rocks.
thank you guys. This is MMA Hangout, sponsored by Cuervo and DraftKings.
We love you
We're
guys.
out of here. We love you. Juju, press that red button right there on the screen.
Hold up top in the corner.
End stream.
Oh,
Oh, it defined.
One more, hold up, one more.
It defined end.
one more, hold up.
One more.
And hit the red one. We love you guys.